Welcome back, everyone, to session 12 of Pandemonium. And this one should be a fun one. This will be one of the crew's most dangerous adventures, we'll say. And I already let the crew know if they are able to survive, they will make it to level 5, getting into some of the crazy or the fun tiers for Pathfinder. Yeah, let's do a little bit of a recap to figure out how the Gavels got themselves into this. The Gavels, after closing up their latest mission and taking out the Arisen base in Eteria, made their way to the city of Akara, meeting with General Thrax. Learning that the general has decided to kind of leave his neutrality and declare himself a potential ruler in the Emperor's stead, citing that the other two, the Imperialists, the Loyalists, just really aren't fit to lead. With that, though, he offered the Gavels kind of his hand in partnership and let them know, too, that the Squad 7 of the High Arbiters had found the body of Emperor Ater, and that he was in a coma and had been secreted to the Temple of Thana as Squad 7 kind of figures out their next move. General Thrax also let the group know that while the Emperor may be in a coma, having his body could be almost a sign of the divine right to rule. Citing that he himself, as well as the loyalist and the imperialist, would do a lot to acquire his body, though he preferred not to have the bad image of sacking the Temple of Thana just to get the Emperor. With that, though, the group just were pretty upfront with Thrax, letting him know that they were breaking ties and they would be kind of going their own way. Thrax did promise in his press release that he's scheduled for 3 days' time before he left, which is, I think, 2 days' time from now, that he is going to be announcing himself as one of the leaders, as well as his control of Clan Thanza. He would restore your reputation and let the world know what you did to help with the Arisen threat and the Reclaimers. But with that, though, the group set off, making their way through the sands. Jeet actually sent Elisa over to the Burning Dragon Monastery, delivering a message to Mulisa to let them know about the Jeet's not a traitor or deserter, and what the group is planning to do. With that, though, the group has found signs that the Luminaries, a group from Will's past, had kind of stumbled across the Emperor being missing as they were searching for Will in the deserts of Eteria, and decided to make this a 2-for-1, grabbing the Emperor, taking him hostage, and weakening one of their longtime rivals, and hopefully trying to find Will. But with that, though, the group was able to fight their way through the Luminaries outside, and then came face to face with another kind of Asimar or angel blood similar to Will, but this one was named Wrath, and was able to channel his angel's divine might into becoming a light drake. The group faced off against it, had a pretty drag-out battle, but were eventually able to put them down and gain entrance to the kind of Emperor's bedchambers. Finding Squad 7 in a defensive stance, led by their commander, Barrick, who was quite wary of the former Squad 10, the newly rebranded Gavels of Yvasera. But eventually the group was able to kind of talk to him, let him know that pretty much you're there and that he has a lot of enemies. He does not need more. That you guys can be allies with protecting the Emperor through this. And as you guys came to an easy understanding and had some time to patch up your wounds and kind of prepare for what's to come, after that 10 minutes was up, you heard the beating of drums, the sounding of horns, just bellowing out, almost rumbling through the Temple of Thana, indicating that something new has arrived. With that, too, before we get into some other things, I want you guys to give me 3 rolls, but it's going to be from your followers. So somebody roll me perception for Boro, Beshnit, as well as Olston. And shout out who you're rolling so people don't duplicate it too.
Okay, I can roll for Ostin. Do you just want me to roll a d20 and then you'll add the modifier?
Oh, can you guys not see his stuff?
I can see the Gavel followers. Yeah.
You guys should be able to roll their stuff, I think.
You have insert.
Oh, yes, I can. Okay, yeah, I'll roll for Austin.
I can roll for Beshnet.
Right.
Sorry, how do I roll for them? Because I can see a character sheet, but I don't have any. I can roll initiative. I found the initiative button. But
I have
Yeah, if you roll that, then I'll just roll perception too, so that works.
Right. Well, I was doing Beshnet.
All right.
So wait, did somebody already say Beshnet? No, I just
Okay.
Hold on. I can do.
Doesn't seem to be rolling though.
I can't do Boro. I can't open Boro's sheet.
Oh, did I not make Boro visible? There you go. You should be able to now. And
I gotta say, I love all of our followers. They're all perfect. We have a sorcerer who swore blood oath after we saved him and immediately recognized after we're like, yeah, I'm pretty impulsive. You guys should have checked what you do. We have a chef who's just like along for the ride, just like I can make sake. We got Besnit from the very beginning. It was just like should have been part. Should have waited until I was part of squad. Shoot, we're squad 10, right? So next one would have been 11. Should have waited until I was part of squad 11. And then we got shoot, I have Elisa.
Yeah. She's not with the crew right now. She kind of took the same choice, or was dedicated to the same choice, and hit the road. But yeah, as you guys look through, and also viewers, if you see me looking around, there's like a really big bee in my basement that I haven't been able to smash yet. So if I'm looking around crazily, I'm looking at the bee. But back to the game. With that, Boro and Beshnet notice a couple of things. The big thing is you can see that these three come like running into the great chamber, like panic a little bit on their face, but they are leading your horses through the chamber. But you hear Beshnet kind of squeaking up and they're going, bad, outside. 3 banners. We saw one showing the 13th Legion symbol. No 13th Legion. Only saw one 13th Legion soldier. You got a 19. 13th Legion looked a little crinkled in the banner, looked hastily unrolled. But I saw Mercenary Company, the Fallen Sons. Their banner clear as day. Biggest thing else I saw one of the guards from the general's encampment outside with these people, nearly 50 soldiers, cavalry, wyverns, dangerous. The other thing I saw, that Strix, the Birdman that flew off, General Thrax's guard has him in chains.
Well, that is very bad. Well, so there's the cavalry has already arrived. I thought we would have more time, and now I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what we can do about that. There ain't no way we're gonna be able to outrun them with, the Emperor here.
This mercenary company, would I know if they're allied with one of the other factions?
So give me a society check, unless you have warfare lore.
I do, I think.
Okay, give me warfare lore, yeah.
Good, because I'm not good with society. Okay.
Nice. Yeah, you're familiar with the Fallen Sons. So far, they haven't declared, but before this, you've heard the 27. You've heard rumors that they've been kind of just hanging out around Akara. The monastery hasn't been happy about it. The citizens of Akara haven't been very happy about it. But they've just been kind of camped outside the city, frequenting the taverns, not really taking any contracts, which would sound suspicious to you. But that 27, Jeet's able to really put it together. Probably Thrax has made a deal with them, signed them up. And with the 27 too, I'll give it to you, especially with here in Beshin, it mentioned the crinkled banner for the 13th. They're kind of like, it looks like hastily unfurled. You guess that the Thrax's, the 13th wasn't really going to be visible here. They were going to use the mercenary company, acquire the Emperor, probably join up with Thrax later, but at least Thrax's own troops wouldn't need to assault the temple. But then they found the Luminescent, which gives them kind of just cause to attack the temple because it's already been attacked. They're doing a good deed.
Oh, he's using their presence as an excuse. And the Fallen Sons are with him, and if that is the case, which I believe it is, then it's not like we can turn them against each other, which means we need a way out that's secret, some kind of a side door, or a place that we can rush out and just leave them in the dust.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I just have a question. The landscape in this area, I was imagining quite open and expansive and easy to see long distances and therefore difficult to sneak out of anywhere. Is that correct?
It is a pretty open desert, and so far the winds have not kicked up.
Great. Love it.
But with that, as you guys kind of mentioned, like secret passages, you see, and I realized I didn't really introduce Squad 7 too much last time. I think I only described a couple of them, but you see Squad 7 all in kind of different states. You see Drix, who is this kind of green-scaled dragonborn, kind of similar scales to Thrax, but definitely like not that bright emerald, but like more of a faded green. He's got on kind of some light armor, and you see he's got a staff in his hand. His snout, his face looks kind of fallen. He looks a little panicked. And you hear him kind of whisper over to Barrick, we can't fight them, right? We're supposed to stay neutral, right? I don't want to be dishonored forever. This is my home. And you see him kind of like definitely some panic, some existential dread kind of sticking into him. The leader, Barrick, on the other hand, Barrick, he looks stressed. He looks strained. He still looks a little angry after having talked to Mockery. But you do see he looks like he's come out of a recruitment poster. He's got dark skin, kind of wavy hair. He's got this bright sapphire armor that has both the symbol of the Arbiters as well as the kind of the soaring falcon of Codinia on it, glaive on his back. And you see his kind of Drix says that he goes, kind of really, almost he leans into Drix and quietly, almost have to strain to hear it. He goes, "It's all right. We'll play this out. You'll still be able to go home. Just trust. Take a breath. We'll figure it out." And you kind of see him lean back, kind of like straighten up a little bit and yell out as more of his commander's voice. "All right, everybody, get ready. Weapons out. Non-lethal, Squad 7. We're not trying to cause a war or tarnish the Arbiter's reputation. If you have to fight, don't aim to kill." Looking at the rest of the Squad 7, though, you do see kind of like keeping a level head, even though you can't really see his full face. The Strix Akaro, he's got a little bit of a pirate-style hat on his head with these deep gray wings behind him. You see in one hand, he's got a blade, the other, kind of a little knife, the other hand, a rapier, as he draws his weapons, his eyes kind of darting back and forth, and he goes, kind of like in a gravelly voice to Barrick, "We're going to have to use the surprise exit, right?" And you see Barrick kind of give a nod. But the last two, you see even Sarah, she's just kind of calmly like regarding the group. She puts like a reassuring hand on kind of Drix's shoulder. Doesn't really say anything, but you just kind of see her kind of just lightly rub it. But you see she's clearly a wood elf. Definitely kind of giving that Aurea vibe. She's got kind of pale white hair, piercing green eyes, and you see she's wearing kind of these green robes with hints of vines and like even plant life kind of throughout them. And then the last one, Olo, kind of you see him like as the horns go off, as Drix gives command, or as Barrick gives commands, he takes just a hefty swig out of the jug that he has tied to his waist. It just anybody near him, it smells like pure liquor, like it's like rubbing alcohol liquor. And you see him take that healthy swig and goes, "It's gonna happen sometime. At least it's interesting." But you guys see that all of this happen at once, pretty much.
I'm going to turn to Beshnet and say, how many of them did you see out there?
Around 50, I think. Mixed cavalry, a lot of ground troops. I think 5-10 cavalry. I couldn't count too much before I had to run inside. But they did have a wyvern.
I'm going to look at Barrick and say, all right, now, we are capable, but I think 50 is a bit much for even us to handle. What do you think?
Barrick kind of nods along and goes, especially if we're holding, at least Squad 7, following the Arbiter's will, be holding back our lethal blows. But fighting to not kill 50 people, there's no way we could survive such odds. Mockery, I believe you had a suggestion of two of us splitting up and giving them 2 targets to follow. Is that right?
Mockery, like when Beric refers to him, not quite hearing the venom in his voice, just like sparkles in his eyes, like,
You're actually taking the suggestion into consideration?
I don't think unless we feel that we can barricade ourselves in here and hold off until Drix and Olo can complete the ritual, I feel we have to fight.
All right, well, anybody got anything they want to do? Wait, did he mention a ritual last time? I don't remember a ritual being mentioned before.
He did. So he mentioned a ritual to contact Kosir to kind of help spirit him.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we can just fight our way through and escape.
Barrick will nod and he goes, I see we play it this way. Mockery, 2 targets, better than 1 in this instance. I said we split. We'll take the Emperor. We will ride. I'm Codinian. I can ride as fast as the wind. We'll take him and go one way, utilizing our horses. We'll give you all our carriage. And maybe you can draw some attention. And that way you can bring them off of us and we'll ride with our horses and make our way out. Ivansar, do you have the spell prepared today? You see her nod and go, yes, I can shrink him down if need be and make it look like make him just tiny enough that we can put him in a bag and escape.
All right, and then, but we are planning on still meeting up at the monastery, correct?
Barrick nods and goes, gee, you think they'll take us in?
Yes. The monastery is loyal to Nar and then loyal to the Emperor. Unless Nar forbids it, and there is no reason why he should. They will take us in.
I think that's our best play. We have a little bit of a deeper relationship with Kosir, but he's leagues away and we cannot risk that journey. So we will take him to the burning monastery. It kind of looks to Jeet and Wisteria. This is putting the gavels at a decent risk. Are you prepared to be kind of the guinea pig here, the foul?
I think the word you're looking for is bait.
Yes. I will clang my shield as we ride out and cry out the Emperor's name. And you all should leave once their attention is upon us.
All right. We all kind of expected this was going to happen eventually, but and Will points at Barrick. I almost said Belric. I'm like, wait a minute. Nope. Barrick, I will hold you to that. If we don't see you again, we will have to come after you. Come on, we're on the same side. Remember that.
You see him kind of like straighten up and like it's a strange smile, but like still kind of a charismatic smile he throws on. He goes, "I am Beric Ondarin, former Codinian guard, captain of Squad 7 of the Arbiters. On my life and my word, we will. If I am not dead, I will be at the burning monastery with the Emperor."
Very
You
well.
better not die.
Will gives a courtly bow to them as he goes to prepare for whatever crazy nonsense we're throwing ourselves into.
And as you guys, oh, go ahead, Mockery.
Squad 7, Merrick. May the infernal gods aid you in whatever way they can. I pray for your safe journey.
You see, like Barrick, what you guys have like, no insight roll or no sense motive necessary. You guys really see the dichotomy of how like Barrick treats everybody else to how he treats Mockery. Like everybody else, he tries to be like this poster boy of the Arbiters. You see Mockery, it gets under his skin. Like you see, like he opens his mouth, like clearly, like has a retort going, and he just goes, "Thank you," and just grunts it out. But as he says that, you do hear kind of the horn blare again, like this, and you hear like this voice, either through a megaphone or magically enhanced, call out, "Those who are in the Temple of Thana, if you are luminescence, surrender your arms, lay them on the ground, come out with your hands up. We promise if you make your way through under General Thrax's honor himself, we will take you prisoner, allow you to live out your lives in the Etarian jails, and we will let the luminescence know that you have been taken. If they offer a prize worthy enough for the dishonor you have given Eteria, we may trade you. That is as good as of a deal as you will get in Eteria. For others, Squad 7, the Gavels. General Thrax reaches out his hand once again in friendship. Please come out with the Emperor. Thrax has some offers to make you. We will negotiate in good faith."
Oh, well, I was actually, hold on a moment. I wasn't expecting negotiation to be a possibility. What do you think, y'all?
To negotiate?
I don't think we have anything that we can give them. We don't want to give them the Emperor.
A negotiation may give Squad 7 a little bit more time, though.
That's true.
But it leaves us at a disadvantage. We would for sure be then taken in.
Also true.
Barrick steps in and goes, "We would need time to prepare the wagon for you all. I wouldn't go out all of you, but if you could buy some time, that may be useful."
All right. Will kind of like looks around at the group and then like just sort of thinks to himself, he's like, all right, I guess this is my job. Did we see a carriage outside when we got here?
You didn't, and as you say that, kind of like as you guys look around, you do see Olo and Barrick kind of like. Let me throw you guys back on the map so you can see it too. Kind of going to the bed in the middle of these two dragons, and you see them. First, Olo kind of carefully lifts the Emperor off and kind of lays him on the ground, and then both of them push at the bed, and you see this pretty large staircase kind of hidden beneath it. And he goes, "When the luminescence came, the guards of the Thanza clan bought us enough time to secret our wagon, our horses below. You all are welcome to the carriage. We will saddle up our horses and we will ride. We will not leave, though, until you all are prepared to go, because we both need to split at the same time." He kind of looks at the group. "Are any of you all good with illusion magic, or the lie would be sold better if there's a way to make it look like the Emperor is in your carriage as well.
Not that I'm aware of, unfortunately.
When it comes to Shinzo's skill sets, he doesn't answer my prayers, so that won't help us.
Well, what we need is someone who is about the same height and covered in some kind of a sheet with maybe just some armor poking out. That could potentially convince
I
them.
look at Drix.
You see Drix kind of shakes his head. Barrett kind of like just kind of puts another reassuring hand on him and goes, points to kind of the corner. There are bodies over there. There were 7 bodies too in the room there as well. So you guys can definitely sort through them. And Barrett will add through too. If you don't have magic, even mundane means to just make it look somewhat like the Emperor from a distance could be of use. And will, right? If you could buy them enough time for us to horse the wagon and for to make the disguise work well, I would be in your debt.
All right. Well, wish me luck, y'all. I'm gonna buy you as much time as I can.
Wait, Will. Don't go alone. Take Beshnet.
Just like pushing Vesnet forward.
He is a terrier.
How? You're the Hound, right? You right?
The 13th hate me. Drax isn't there.
That's
If the
true.
13th see me, they don't want to negotiate. They want to take my head. I kind of took their money through gambling.
You kind of see him like give like one wistful look to Barrick before just kind of like solemnly just like plotting after Will.
All right. I
was
put my
there-
hand on his little shoulder at my waist height. I'm just like, all right, yeah, buddy, me too. Let's go.
Before we solve that, Wisteria, I think I forgot to give you your stuff from last time. I think you spent your 10 minutes looking through the bodies of the luminescence. Let me see if you can. Let me make that visible. It's in a counter loot, but as you go through and pick the pockets of the dead, you find 4 healing potions. You find kind of like are able to salvage pretty much some of the scales of the light drake, kind of putting them into 1 aquamarine gem worth 50 GP when you get to a place that will take it. And why did that not show up? There's also 40 gold kind of scattered across the pockets of the people.
Okay, I mean, given that we're in kind of a time crunch, I'll hang on to that for now and distribute it to the others as we need it later on.
For no like real reason at all, can I just also have 1 scale because he is? I think Rashana will want it. I'm not going to use it to like sell it or like using it to craft anything or anything. It's just a memento.
Definitely, and you kind of see the scale, like you see the light kind of changing colors. It changes colors as the light hits it. It's kind of casting off that like trippy kind of almost rainbow vibe that the other drake, the light drake, had.
Oh, it's iridescent.
Pretty much, yeah.
As Will looks at it, he is inexplicably just tears just streaming down his face again. Even though he doesn't himself, his face does not look sad at all. But it's just this whenever he thinks of like looks at the dragon, just tears start falling down his face. The angels are mourning the death, I guess.
Actually, I can't carry the potions.
Oh dear.
So, if anybody else wants to add 2 healing potions, I took the other 2. But...
I still have plenty of space in my inventory, so I can grab them.
Okay.
You may need them in the negotiations.
I might drink one right now, actually.
I would say because you guys have 10 minutes. I can't remember if anybody did like do any treat wounds or things like that. I
Pretty sure we
encourage you guys, if you haven't, to use that 10 minutes that Wisteria used to search to patch up anybody that may need patching up.
Yeah, I think we did. I remember I was very low on hit points, if I remember correctly, and now I am missing some. but not all of my hit points.
Yeah, it looks like everybody else is up to full, except for Bear's missing a little bit, and then you will.
All right, so I think I'm actually just gonna go ahead and drink one of them right now. On my way out, I'm just like, all right, here we go. So yeah, I'm gonna consume that right away.
Perfect. All right, so Will and Beshnet are going outside. Mockery, Jeet, Wisteria, Belric, what are you guys doing inside? Anything you want? Go ahead.
I'm gonna do my best to try to. So I have a disguise kit I'd like to use to make one of the bodies we found look as much like a tear as possible. Maybe like using some like makeup to like get some of the colors closer to him on the parts that are revealed, and arrange the body in a way that like it fits his form a bit more, and anything else I can do to make the illusion more convincing.
Nice. All right. Disguise kit. I think that is, what is that? What's the roll for that one again?
Doesn't say in the description.
It says deception.
Disguise and stuff like that, I believe, all falls underneath deception.
Yeah. So I can roll that.
Sweet.
May Mockery give the aid action?
Definitely, Mockery. How are you aiding Wisteria in the endeavor?
I feel like Mockery, as much as he doesn't like hide his infernal corruption and all that, I feel like Mockery is the kind of person to wear a little bit of makeup to try and enhance it. I always draw him with a little bit of mascara and like an extra eyelash at the bottom. So I feel like, surprisingly, this is one of Mockery's skill sets. So
Nice.
Just helping with makeup.
Yeah, give me a deception check as you give him a hand there. While we're waiting for that G,
And
what are
because
you
of
doing throughout this? Oof.
I'll go prepare the carriage.
All right. So, Fortune Mockery, your efforts, you're not really able to give him a bonus on that side, but luckily you don't crit fail either. So, kind of a wash on that side. You're just you're kind of helping out, but it's not really like super useful. Like it's just gonna give it some Wisteria a little assistance. Wisteria, give me that disguise or that deception check for your disguise kit. See how well this looks like a tear. Solid. Yeah, you like it's quick work. It's definitely like if you guys kind of saw him like on the bed, you guys would know this guy was not a tear with the cloaking up and close up. But definitely like from the distance, you're able to kind of like arrange make up his scales to kind of have like the same kind of like gold and platinum spread across the area, as well as kind of keeping some of the lizard folk features apparent in this cadaver that you found, and are able to kind of just really from a distance, it's really going to look like you've got a tear in the back. Cool. Sweet. Will, as you kind of march out, you see kind of the scene that Beshnet has described. You see like this kind of force spread around the temple, erecting barricades. You see archers in the distance, but you do see kind of three figures standing out, and you see the three banners that Beshnet described, but I realized I did not give you the third one. You see the banner of the 13th, the banner of the Fallen Sons, but you also see the banner that has a kind of a silver unicorn upon it. And no role necessary for society. This is almost the universal symbol for parley and negotiation. It's not like a symbol of peace, but it's a symbol of kind of peaceful conduct. That there's a chance to talk before combat occurs. And you see standing kind of in front of the three banners that have been kind of placed into the sand, you see this grizzled looking dragonborn. He's got like pale green scales, armor that looks like it's been mismatched, and definitely has seen some hard use on it. You see one of his eyes is a wicked looking scar across the scales, and he has it closed. And you see he's got a great sword strapped across his back, and his arms are folded. Next to him, you see the only one that kind of looks familiar. That's not one of the Fallen Sons. You do see one of Thrax's own personal guards there. Just kind of like you see, like he's not really wearing too much that identifies him as Thrax's or the 13th. But you do see kind of one banner, kind of like. His armor isn't usually the 13th Legions, but you do see he's kind of like thrown on like this little circlet, indicating his alliance with the 13th. And you do see the Strix that was taken prisoner, the one that was shooting arrows at you guys as you made your way to the temple, in chains on his knees in front of the two. But as you come out, you see the guard of the 13th kind of like smile a bit and wave you over. And he calls out, "Did you guys handle the luminescence? Are there any more in the temple?"
Actually, before I come out into view, I'm trying to stall as much as possible, right? So the first thing I want to do is I want to cast Bullhorn on myself, and before I leave, I'm just in the hallway of out of sight of like the front door and casting Bullhorn, so my voice is very loud, and I'm just shouting out in a magically enhanced volume. "You are speaking to Will of Rashanael of the Gavel of Ivasera. I need your assurance that I will not be stricken down as I step out into the light."
You hear kind of a call back. "Of course, as on the honor of General Thrax, the 13th Legion, and the Clan Thanza, you will not be struck down. We will speak as honorable men."
All right. In that case, I just, in the interest of making a show of it, I'm going to cast light on myself so that the halo is floating up over my head, and I'm going to walk out looking resplendent as possible, despite the fact my clothes are covered in blood. And then that is when I see all those things that you're talking about, and I walk up to this person.
You see, he looks like pretty happy. He goes, "The luminescents are dead, right?"
Correct. They came looking for me and also apparently attempting to take the body of the Emperor at the same time. By the way, and I turn to my right, again, stalling as much as possible, so I'm just adding extra nonsense details. I am going to introduce Beshnit as well. Giving him an unnecessarily lofty title in the process.
What title do you? I've got to ask on this one. What title do you give?
Oh boy, what title do I give Beshnit? Beshnit, man, Will is a lot better at this than Ryan Williams, the human, is. Standard Bearer is a good one. I'm going to call Beshnit the Standard Bearer of the Gavel of Ivasera, bearer of what's the fanciest way I can say that he carries our shit?
Bearer of the Gavel's burdens.
Yeah.
Will, give me a diplomacy check with that one too.
Sure. I believe in myself.
Right now, like Besha is like clung to, like not clung to you, but he is walking like he's almost like stepping on the back of your foot. How close and behind he's walking to you. But with that, you do see he kind of like perks up, stands to his kind of full short kobold height. He gets to step out. Doesn't say anything, but he does kind of step out of your shadow a little bit and kind of like puff himself up.
Oh my goodness, you've given them more confidence.
All right, and also in the interest of wasting as much time as possible, I would like to tell them the full story of us meeting the luminescence here and how the battle went. I'm going to make it sound exciting and flashy as possible, making it sound very heroic and good as well, in order to pad out time. And if it's more interesting to listen to, they are less likely to tell me that I need to get to the point and they don't care.
Give me a performance check on that. Let's see how much patience they have.
All right.
To be fair, this is a battle report. This is something I need to know if they thought the luminescence was coming in.
True.
It's blasphemy.
I had performance as a skill at one point, and I decided to
did.
change it. And
Oh.
I did at one
Oh.
point. I changed it during one of my, you know, I changed it to deception because I thought that would come up more often. But you're absolutely right. This, I think, should be performance. Here we go.
You get
Less
into it.
good.
Are you letting it stand?
I'm letting it stand.
No
You
hero
get
point.
into it, and you see like the Thonza guard, or the guard of Thrax. He's actually into it. Like he is listening to it. But then you hear this grizzled mercenary captain just growl, "Enough with the pleasantries. Let's secure the Emperor. Gather the rest of your squad. Let's put this shit to bed." Where is the rest of your squad? Where is the Emperor? Is he safe?
Yes, I assure you, the Emperor is quite safe, and unfortunately, he is in the same state in which we found him. He is still unconscious, unable to be roused. We had our best minds looking at it as much as they could. We investigated all of the avenues we could explore
Bring
on our
us
own.
the Emperor.
Well,
Or we will come in and gather him ourselves. You see the Clan Thonza guard looks a little bit like, kind of like lean back a little bit, but then he straightened up. He goes, "Yes, General Thrax wished us to get the Emperor. He did wish us to parlay with you if we did find you. Thrax respects you all. What you've done for the people, what you've done for the Arisen. He does not want to make enemies of you."
And I assure you, neither do we. And what exactly did General Thax have as a proposal?
If you aid us in securing the Emperor, you all, the Gavels, are growing. He's going to, on his honor-bound word, let people know the good you have done for Eteria. But your faction needs a base. It needs a place, something to call out and let the people know that you are permanent and not a flash in the pan. And these are the words of General Thrax. He would offer you one of our old warships to name as the Gavel's home base in honor of his friendship with you and your burgeoning partnership, provided you bring us the Emperor unharmed.
That is certainly very interesting. Can you give me more details about this warship, exactly where it is, what kind of ship it is? I'm not familiar with the warships in this land of Eteria.
You see, like the guard kind of starts off, it's one of it's decommissioned, but it's still in good shape. And you hear the mercenary captain like stomp his feet. Enough. Take the deal, or force will be necessary.
Man, this
Forgive me.
mercenary giving orders to not only Will, but also an extension to this guard.
Oh man, I just had a thought, and I don't think I should do it. I almost tried to pull out the angel authority on him, but I don't think that's a good idea. I have nothing to back me up with that. I'm gonna like sort of put my hands up. All right, so I apologize for being a little bit more verbose than you might be used to. This is a sort of expected normalcy where I come from. The land of Lumox actually is a quite.
You see him like not reach, like he rests his hand on the blade, but this time you do see the Clan Thonza kind of like gently and like kind of gracefully kind of move his hand off his blade, and he goes, "General Thrax's honor has pledged him safety, but Will, while it may have been an entertaining story, our conversation is done. The banner of peace will be lowered, and you need to make your way to your friends and bring the Emperor out."
I understand perfectly. If you would allow me to return to my companions and discuss exactly what you have offered us, I would love to bring your offer to them, and because you understand, we discussed this with Thrax before.
But with that though, you did buy the crew a lot of like needed time. But you see, you like the Clan guard like has his arm like kind of like all like on his shoulder. Like it originally was like on his shoulder, like after he moved his arm away friendly, but like it's got like a tight grip, like almost like not holding him back completely yet, but like, kind of like pushing to keep the general's honor intact.
All right, I will walk backwards very slowly, never taking my eyes off of the people who might shoot me with a bow and arrow.
You do see they have their bows drawn, not notched, but they are building barricades around. But we're gonna flip over to Jeet. Jeet, as you get kind of the wagon or the carriage ready, you see kind of like sparks starting to appear before your eyes. And for a while, it just kind of looks like the flashing lights you sometimes get if you're stressed or just kind of looking at a bright light too quickly. But you do see it kind of start taking on red embers. And you hear a familiar voice kind of echoing through your head. It's the voice of Melissa. And you hear it go, Anjit, I never doubted you or never thought you were a deserter. It is good to hear that you were still doing good works. The fire of Nar burns too bright into you to do anything else. You will always have sanctuary within the burning monastery. The Gavels as well. We will also house the Emperor, though only for a time. We will protect him until we can all figure out what best to do with the tear. Bring him and be safe, and once again see your one-time home.
Thank you, teacher. We will be there as quickly as we can. He says he doesn't even know for certain if she can hear him, but he still says it.
You kind of see the sparks kind of like flare up for a little while, like almost like not like a flare up in an aggressive way, but kind of almost in a pretty friendly way. It's a reassuring way. And then you kind of feel that connection fade.
Beric and Gavel, it is confirmed. Elisa has reached the Burning Dragon Monastery, and they will provide a sanctuary. Not forever, but they have agreed to do so for a while. The horses are ready. We can leave whenever your group is. Yeah, he says, nodding towards Beric.
You see Beric nods, and yeah, you guys see the horses are ready. The Squad 7 has like their horses saddled, kind of ready to ride out. They're riding out individual style. And you see even Sarah kind of like lean over the kind of the form of the Emperor, and with grace kind of begin chanting and moving her hands. And you see kind of these vines begin to kind of spread out from her hands and to reach out towards the Emperor. And you see as they touch, the Emperor kind of just begins shrinking and shrinking and shrinking until you see him kind of just become a tiny sized creature. Same Emperor, same kind of person indeed, but just shrunk down to tiny size. And you see Barrett kind of gently reach up, kind of wrap him in cloth, but still leaving kind of room for him to breathe. And you see him put him into his horse's satchel. And you guys see like most of like the Squad 7, like they've got like pretty good horses. They've trained them to be familiar with conflict, so that they're not going to be skittish when battle starts. But Barrick's horse is definitely one of beauty. And Mockery, you've probably seen this horse a number of times. He had it as even a guard of Codinia. It's probably one of the few times you see him just straight up jovial, as when he's dealing with his horse. He calls it Coco. It is black with kind of like brown swirls. And you see he kind of puts it into Coco's satchel bag. And with this too, a little spoiler here as well. But Barrick is fighter class, but he's also taking the Cavalier archetype. So his horse is pretty tied to him. But you see him kind of get in, put the Emperor into the bag. The Squad 7 mounts up, and they allow you guys to kind of mount into the wagon. And at this time, Will, you arrive. You see kind of the Squad 7 mounted. You see your people in the wagon. One thing Barrick does call out to you, though. This will be a rough fighting. Do you want us to take Beshnit and your other followers, or do you want them to come with you? I will guard them with my life if you don't trust them. But they're yours.
I think I would like to leave that decision up to them, honestly. I don't think either option is safe, really, but I feel like they could probably make that decision.
I think they should go with you. You are going to be, hopefully, the safer, stronger group. Also, at the back of his mind, he wants some of our people to keep an eye on the Emperor.
Yes.
By the way, as soon as Will was out of sight of everybody outside, he sprinted in here. He's like just fully undignified, just like running.
A slow walk back, and then he sprints in.
Just runs in panting, like, all right, they wanted to give us a warship in exchange for giving them the Emperor, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh, go ahead.
Did you just say a whole warship?
They offered us the use of it as they thought they would say this. I'm getting tongue tied. Will wouldn't be like that. They said that it would make a fine home base for us to establish ourselves as the capital of Eva Sarah. I think we're a little bit too deep now already for that. Right. Also, just out of character, out of character, I think if we undo our decision from last time, we are going to be talking in circles for another whole session.
So would mean a warship, though.
And it means that the next part of our journey can be anywhere in the world, because we can go wherever we want. But
if they have a decommissioned warships hanging around that nobody's really using, maybe we can make it stop there after all this business is taken care of, and maybe they won't notice if it's missing.
You know what? If everything goes according to plan, we're going to be heroes of the land. They're going to give us that ship anyway. So let's go. They are coming inside to kill us in just a few moments, so I do think we need to hurry.
Barrick.
Mockery.
It was good seeing you again, my old friend.
You see, like he opens his mouth again. You see, Ivan Sarah kind of just put a hand on his shoulder too, and he goes, "It's good you're alive."
Mockery takes hand and says,
I'm glad to have found a group of people just like you.
Yes. And you see he goes, kicks his horse, he goes, all right, arbiters, let's ride. Gavels too. And he kicks his horse into gear, and you see them begin to sprint out. George, yeah, you're at the head of the carriage. Give a rip to your reins, and you can get the carriage racing off as well.
Because Will can't help himself, he's going to, as we're going to sort of give Ivansara a bow and a wink as they're leaving, just because he is incorrigible.
You see she gives you a smile back as you guys kind of start racing through this underbelly of the temple, horses rearing. You see the golden light, kind of the bright sun of Eteria at the far end of this kind of stretch. And as you guys make your way out, you're greeted by the hot air of the desert sand. You see kind of like barricades erected. You see archers in stance. You see the fallen sons have used some of that time to secure the premise as well. You see the arbiters dash to the other way, just riding through. You see Barrick kind of leading the charge, his glaive off, and he is just both kicking up sand as well as just trying to make himself look like a nuisance to kind of draw fire his way versus your way, as well as the other arbiters behind him. but you see some of the forces, very small forces, split to his way. But you hear one of them call out, "There! I see the Emperor! I see the Emperor! The gold and platinum scales! There, he's in the wagon!"
As we're going, I'm going to call out, casting Bullhorn again. It's like, consider this our formal refusal of your offer. I tried to do a courtly bow in the thing and almost fall out of the cart.
I don't know. That gives me a lot of Jack Sparrow energy right there.
Perfect. So we're gonna do like a little bit of a thing. It's not like a skill adventure per se, but there's gonna be some barriers you guys have to get through. And with that, each person is gonna get a chance to get through one barrier. But once you go through the barrier, you are off. But before we even get to that section, Jeet, kick us off with a piloting check or a nature check with this one too.
All right. For this very first one, I will give myself guidance.
All right.
And let's see. Ooh, that's without the guidance. Oh, so it should be 18.
That's enough. Oh, also, I think that's enough. Right? What is that again? Oh, for anybody that's viewers, we are using the. That's just enough. We are using the vehicle rules. Gavels, if you look in the right of the horses section, the carriage is there. It gives you a breakdown of all the carriage's stuff. Driving lore, if you guys had that, 16. Unfortunately, nobody does. Nature is an 18 on that side. And if anybody does want to retrain during your downtime, if you make it through, you can definitely pick up driving lore from one of your lores. But an 18 just succeeds. You get those horses, get this kind of just wagon just racing through. You got 3 of your riding horses attached to it and just barrel through into the sun, into this mess of troops, and get everything going. The first thing that you see kind of coming through is you see like this barricade that they've erected kind of around it. The troops are at a distance behind, but they put this barricade up to try to stop you guys from getting through. Who wants to try to take a chance to try to see what they can do to get around, over, through, break past it, this barricade? Get creative with your skills on this side, but yeah, first one goes, and then you'll be out for the rest of the challenge.
I'm not going first. I just want to point out how casually you said, "If you make it through." that killed me. On the same thing. This might kill us.
I'm looking at my list of skills and I'm not seeing anything that I can't talk my way through a barrier, unfortunately. I got a couple of spells that might help. I have a spell that might help.
If you want to use a spell to like blast the barricade apart, that's possible. It would just be your occultism's wills, right? Still, or is it religion now?
It has it. Oh, for my spell casting.
Oh, actually, it's religion now because you're the divine source is your main class.
Yes.
So yeah, actually, just your choice. You can use occultism or religion for the roll and see kind of how that performs. And if you beat it, you can blast that barricade aside with the spell that you've got.
All right.
If it's a leveled spell too, we'll minus that from the DC.
Yes, I am using the spell Concordant Choir. It is an AoE blast sonic spell that would normally require a fortitude save, but it's an object. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, cast it to get whatever bonus it might give me, and then I suppose I just roll religion and believe in myself.
And that brings the DC down to 18.
Good. I believe this one I am going to reroll because that is a natural one. It cannot possibly get worse than that.
The second natural one.
Was it? Keep track of those. If you get 8 of them, you get a free feat for the whole crew.
No, I was just saying the possibility of it being worse.
Oh,
true. Yeah. It wouldn't be any worse numerically, but it would feel worse.
Oh.
All right.
There we
That
go.
is much better. All right.
Will, how does this look as you kind of unleash
As
this
we
celestial
as
choir?
we just launch our way toward the barricade, Will is going to look out the front of it and just his eyes are going to light up, and all of you hear the sound of angels singing and the sound of tolling distant bells as the barricade just sort of explodes into splinters in front of us, and also probably sends some people flying out of the way as well.
Perfect. You see that barricade just shatter as the group races to. You do see kind of the small unit coming through, shields raised, spears high, as they kind of stalk towards the group, kind of presenting a little bit of a phalanx. The spears out, hoping to kind of skewer the horses and stop this carriage in its tracks. What do you guys do? Or what do you guys do minus Will?
May Mockery go next?
Sure.
Mockery would poke his head out and would start both just that sharpness from his eyes and the words from his maw would start yelling out and attempting to demoralize, if you would, these troops to get them to back down, to get them to crumble their formation. Speaking both the prayers to Vincero and also telling them of the fate they may incur if they fall here today to his blade or to the Gavel's carriage.
All right, give me an intimidation check.
All right, then. Intimidation. Ooh. I'm a hero point that one. 'Cause that was a 7.
All right. There we go.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. Burr, that's a crit success. That will actually take off one of the one of the additional group won't need to go, but can definitely still go for one of these challenges in case they want to kind of flex on them. But yeah, you yell at these people talking about the fate they'll meet at your blades, the torment they'll reach in the infernal hells. And you see this phalanx just kind of like, initially they had their shields raised, spears out, kind of perfect formation to kind of like stop a carriage. But you see they kind of like split in between, half the side of the squad going one way, half the squad going the other way, and allowing you guys to blaze past it. As you kind of go through, one of the things you see as you kind of start racing towards the desert sands, you look up and start to see like the swarm of arrows kind of starting to in the sky, kind of like perfectly framed by the sun and starting to fall towards the carriage. What do you guys do?
I believe in you.
I could try to do some kind of a swerving maneuver, or just at least like very light zigzag to get their aim off a little bit if possible.
Yeah, definitely. Give me a nature
All
check. As you try to kind of pilot through the arrows.
Yeah, all right. Come on, horses.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've already made the DC's 19 for this one. So on level DC. So yeah, you like kind of like zigzag, just like steer these horses, whipping the reins around as these arrows are coming through. You see them poking into the sand, kicking up dust and sand as they rise, but none of them reach the wagon as you guys start racing in towards the sun, towards freedom, and you guys are pretty near it. But you do see some of the cavalry riders start to kind of gain upon you, starting to kind of arc their way towards you. You see most of them have spears or war hammers as they are just pushing their horses hard to reach you. They're not quite at the wagon yet, but they are very close.
I gotta say, spears I was expecting, warhammers on horseback sound terrifying.
Bellric or Wisteria? Who wants to go next?
So Wisteria has this acid elemental crossbow bolt that she crafted. So I was thinking if maybe she could like fire that a little bit ahead of where the horses are and create this big like splash of acid where it lands to try to get them to like redirect away from us.
Definitely. What level is acid elemental? The arrow.
It's a level 1 item.
All right. Yeah. So give me give me a crossbow, a shot attack roll with that, and we will minus out 1 from the DC.
Alright. Nice.
Solid. Yeah. You shoot that kind of just elemental arrow, and like you see, like for a while, like the horse, like the riders think they are safe. Like they you hear like a little chuckle as it just kind of just completely just whiffs into the sand. But then you see them just starting to swerve, stop. You see even one rider fall off his horse as he makes it to a sudden stop and trying to avoid the acid that's kind of eating in and spreading across the sands. You guys are riding through. You see troops are following you, but you got a little bit of a lead upon them. The one thing that you do see, though, is you see like this kind of like this man in these like patchwork robes with a symbol of the fallen sun upon him, and you see him with this staff, and you see his hands beginning to twitch and kind of the staff beginning to glow, and you see like the sky beginning to darken, and see some sand beginning to kick up as he's beginning to kind of cast his elemental fury upon it. Belric, this is you. How do you get through this? And also with this one too, you got a crit success on this one. Actually, you got 2 crit successes. So you really don't need to do too hot for this one to kind of get through without consequences. But Belric, how do you handle this?
I don't know. I don't know if I should try to. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling.
Don't you have a hawk nowadays?
I don't think I will until the new archetype. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna do like a non-lethal shot at him to try and disrupt the spell.
All
Something
right.
I can do.
You definitely can do that.
Okay. What shall I roll?
Hey, just give me a attack with your short or longbow, whatever you're using.
Okay. We'll use the longbow.
Nice. Yeah. How does that look? You got a nat 20 on there. How does that look as you disrupt this guy without killing him?
How does it look? What is he doing to conjure it?
Yeah, so you see he's got the staff. His kind of hand is moving quickly over it. You see the staff is glowing. You see sand swirling around in the sky, darkening. How does
I'll shoot at the hand that's like gripping the staff. Like I'll graze that hand, and he's just gonna like completely drop the staff in its entirety, and then disrupt the entire spell. Maybe he loses a finger.
You take a finger off of him. You see the staff fall. You see the sky brighten up again as you guys make your way through the initial barricade. You guys are riding in the carriage, sand kicking up all around you. But you do see 3 riders at your back. And these riders, they look a little more put together than the ones you guys came across earlier. You see one of them is a lizard folk, his tail kind of thumping against the horse as it races through the sand. You see this man has a wicked looking warhammer and shield, and is just like tail is bashing into this horse, kicking it for all it's worth as he races closer and closer to the Gavel's carriage. Behind you, you see a man like legs kind of straddled around the horse, but in one hand he's got a bow as he is just like kind of taking aim as he gets closer and closer to you guys. He's a human, and he's got a helm and kind of a little bit of a turban across to kind of keep the sand out of his eyes. And you also see like this dragonborn in this heavy armor. He's got a flail and a shield. This like still kind of like patchwork, but definitely like polished to a sheen armor, and he is just riding his horse for all it's worth, his eyes dead set on the Gavels as he makes his way towards you guys. And we're gonna get into our first combat for tonight.
Heck yeah. Also, I do want to just point out, I love the absolute consistency of Belric being the most crack shot ever. Can we just
Sniper.
point out on a wagon dodging arrows, moving at high speeds
Still
from
can't stop
afar?
critting.
Looking at this
Machine.
mage, doesn't go for like his body or anything, goes for the hand holding the staff and surgical precision removes a finger just so he stops casting.
Love it.
Belric could drop his bow and arrow on the ground and it would bounce in such a way as to kill somebody nearby.
So, with that, too, before we get into the combat, Belric, Mockery, your animals. Are they on the carriage? Do they go with the other crew? What are you guys thinking?
I think it would be silly for Bear to literally be on the carriage right now.
I think you've got I forgot what the spell is called, but you got the Pokeball spell. You've got.
Yeah. I would imagine just for, it's probably not practical, but the Bear would probably be in the Pokeball. In the
All right.
Pet Cash amulet.
Pet Cash, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's the Power World Ball.
Mockery. I don't think you have the amulet on that side.
Oh no, Mockery bought that.
Oh, you bought that? Oh,
Yeah, so part of me wants to be like, wouldn't it be funny if that dog jumped onto one of the horses and started attacking one of them like that? I don't know if you heard that. That's my friend's dog. That was the most perfect timing. Or if it's just best to keep him in the Pokeball. I think best to keep him in the pet cache for now, as to not immediately lose it. Because I saw something about if you fall off the vehicle, you take a lot of damage. So using him as an impromptu cannonball, probably not the best idea.
Perfect. Yeah, because you fall off, you do take 2d8 damage, collision. The collision damage for carriage as well. So we are using the vehicle rules, carriage stuff, all of that. And also, I just put a thing. So basically, let me move to the map so everybody else can see it. So there we go. So with this, we are doing a couple of things here. So you guys won't have to move. We're not going to move the carriage. We're just going to put these people behind you the further up you go. These guys are on horseback. Your horses have 40 feet of movement per a stride. But with the vehicle rules, striding more could be a little dangerous depending on how you guys go about it. With that, everybody roll initiative, and then we will take a quick break. Coming back 5 minutes, getting into this combat, and see how it goes for the crew.
I need to figure out which god Mockery's.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to the second part of Pandemonium. The crew is racing away in their carriage, but being pursued by the kind of like the cavalry of the Fallen Sons, with 3 cavalry kind of racing behind them, trying to capture the crew. And gee, this is a good time. Roll well there.
All right. Well, Nar has blessed us so far. So we just need him to bless us a little more. This is my last bless spell. I'll do 2 actions of that, and then third action to continue going forward.
Perfect. Give me a nature check.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Also, just so people know how dire the situation is, I am all out of heal spells, so keep that in mind.
Oh yeah, that's right. We used all of our resources already.
Oh, I'm going to hero point that.
There.
I still have some heals left in the hopper. And by some, I mean 2.
Yes!
Nice. So, G, how does that all look as you get that bless off and then kind of rock it away?
I think one leads into the other as he gets Nar's blessing surrounding it, like all around him, and then he just kind of directs some of that towards the horses as well. He says, "With Nar's fire, ride!" and ride faster.
Nice. So you race through, getting that fire through, encouraging or kind of inspiring your team there. And you do see like, the cavalry kind of not fade, but kind of get a little bit further away. They're on the map, but they are 40 feet back. So they need to be at least 40 feet to get back to where they are on the map, just to make it easy. And that's, I didn't want to make a crazy huge map and just have to scroll across. But yeah, they are 40 feet back. Wisteria, you are up.
Quick question: is this wagon covered?
It's
It's a
not.
carriage. It's a carriage. It's a carriage.
Yeah.
You said, right? Oh, it's not covered at all.
Not covered.
You are-
Wisteria and Jeep, though, do have partial cover.
So I'm worried about that archer. So it's the kind of thing where I can target either the mount or the rider, and then they have like their own stats and everything to.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm gonna recall knowledge on the warhorse to try to see like let's see. I guess like what its weakest saving throw is.
All right. Yeah, you take a look at this warhorse and you see that will is its weakest save. It is off guard to you as well.
Yeah, I'll mention that to the party, and then I'll fire 2 shots at it.
Nice.
And then second shot.
Got him.
Nice.
What? How?
Can I hero point that damage roll?
Unfortunately, you can't hero point the damage roll, but that's rough. The horse is looking rough, though. It's like bleeding. It is bloodied. It is kind of limping along. Oh, and Wisteria, how does that all look?
So I'm like have the crossbow like mounted up on the back seat because I'm in the on the back of the seat that I'm on, like turned around facing behind us, and like trying to like aim between all my allies and get up while everything's moving all at once. But I get off 2 shots that strike that horse, and it like rears up as it takes the hits, but keeps coming after us.
Nice. Mockery, you're up.
All right, so Mockery is going to melee pop that Dread Martial stance, which will require a intimidation check based on our level DC.
Sweet, that's 19.
All right, let me see here.
Solid. That's a crit success. I forgot what you get for that with a crit success. I think it's bigger.
It doubles it not only doubles that aura, but the base martial aura as well to cover 40 feet, I believe.
Nice.
So Mockery will yell out,
I dedicate this combat to Vin Zero, and by the will of the Apathy God, your sword means nothing on us. You mean nothing to the gaffers of Ivastera.
and followed by that, what's it called? The stare. Let me double check that Mockery sheet. The death stare.
All right. Throw it in, and don't forget to throw on your aura, too.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. So, Dread Martial stance followed by Death Gaze.
And who are you
Let
looking
me
at?
toss the Dread onto marker. Oh, I should have said that the horse that was there. Yeah, was just shooting at, trying to take
Alright.
that down.
It'll fail. Give me some damage.
All right, and I believe the Dread Martial stance helps with this as well. Let's see here. And
Yeah,
I
that's
forgot
right,
to put the
Andrew.
Dread Martial on that one. Oh wait, no, it is alright. Okay, never mind. 3.
How does that look as you kind of get that all off?
Mockery's eyes burn with infernal, fire, as he just stares into this horse and just lets that gaze start to almost damn it and bring that kind of corruption into it. For 3 damage.
The horse, like, it is barely clinging to life as you all just let loose with everything. You see the mounted archer. He's going to spin an action to command his minion mount. It is going to have it gallop. So he is going to move both the 40 feet up that he needs to get back in, as well as another 40 feet to get closer. And you see he pulls out his bow, and he is going to... Actually, he's going to drop the bow. No, he's going to keep the bow up. But he is going to try to board the carriage. So with this, he needs to make an acrobatics or athletic check versus the carriage's AC. And I forgot what is best for him here. He's gonna go acrobatics. So you see him standing atop his horse that is bleeding from numerous wounds, and you see this dude just gracefully, Legolas jump from the horse onto the carriage. And he is going to draw back on his bow once, and he's going to take a shot at you, Will.
You made a mistake, friend.
You see he kind of goes, "The Emperor belongs to the Eteria. Surrender." Draws back on that bow, and oof. And you see him just kind of pull back, point blank shot right into Will's face for 22 damage as he kind of draws that back and lets loose.
Ow.
Does it cost them an action to board the carriage? Or
What's
if
that?
they were to- Does it cost them an action to board the carriage?
It does.
Okay.
Oh, he's you. No, wait, that's the horse's action.
Oh,
Isn't it?
yeah,
Because he
yeah,
used an
okay.
action to command. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would mean he has
Gotcha.
one action left, right?
No, he commanded the horse to gallop. He shot, and then, or he boarded,
Oh.
and he shot.
I see. He made that shot count. Sorry, Will.
It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. I think that I am just going to. I'm gonna save. I have one fun trick that I can do, but I'm gonna save it for the second person who tries to jump on this dang carriage, or cart, or whatever the heck it is. I can't remember. He seems to keep changing. Instead, I am going to use Daze on him, I think.
All right.
That's my non-lethal spell. I unfortunately want to save my stuff to,
Keep the people alive.
yeah. So I'm not going to amp it, but I'm just going to cast the regular version of the cantrip, which is still somewhat buffed for me.
You will unfortunately succeed.
Oof. All right. That is 2 actions. My third action, I actually am going to... You know what? I have a thing for this. I'm going to attempt to demoralize him.
All right.
I'm just going to say you put yourself in a very compromised position, you understand. And then I'm going to do that. Hey, that's pretty good.
Nice.
He cannot reduce his frightened below 1 either.
All right. So after casting the spell, he seems to mostly shake it off. Doesn't he take like half damage or something like that? How much did he roll? I didn't see the.
Yeah, so he does take half damage, so it's basic. Yeah.
Cool, roll damage. Because it's been a long time, I have to look up again real quick on the thing. Which version? Because I used to have a different buffed version of this spell, so now I have a slightly worse buffed version of this spell, but it's still buffed. No, it doesn't do extra damage for me anymore. It just does an insanely long range. Has a range of 120 feet instead of the normal 60. But all right, here we go.
Nice. Yeah, so you see he kind of shakes it off, but you see a little bit of like blood kind of just leak out from his nose as he kind of continues his assault, bow raised.
All right, and I think that's going to be the end of my turn.
All right, I'll roll it, but what do you guys want Belric to do here?
Oh, looks like he's back.
Was he back? Oh, weird. Oh, yeah, I forgot to hit it. Yeah. Well,
I'm wondering. I apologize for missing a few rounds there.
oh, just one, actually.
Okay. I'm wondering if there's something I can do to maybe shoot one of the faraway horses so that they topple over. Okay.
Well, that top, you have to kill him. But that was a Wisteria strategy. So, yeah, you could definitely try to shoot.
Which one were you aiming? Which one were you aiming at, Listeria?
The one that doesn't have a rider anymore, unfortunately.
That guy jumped on board of the
I'm a little bit more worried about the heavy cavalry getting on board, so I'm going to target that horse, and I'm going to. What's my little hunter's mark thing called? Hunted prey. Prey. Sorry. What do I have? I would imagine I'd have the short bow at this point. Hunt prey. And then I'm going to hunted shot, which will give me 2 shots, correct?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right. Sorry. There we go. Here we go. Strike 1.
Nice.
And then this will be shot 2 at the horse.
Crit and a hit.
Crit and a hit. All right, so here's damage for the first one.
All right.
Whoa. Holy cow. And then here will be damage for the second.
That horse is literally barely holding on. Kill the horse.
I mean, I feel bad. This like hurts Belric to do it, right? Like, I mean, he values like animals over humans in most cases, but we're running for our lives, right? And this is like about as non-lethal as it gets. Like, this is for the good of everyone. I'm justifying in my head and Belric's head, but the first strike hits the horse in the neck, and then the second one he'll do like a kind of a kill shot, and it topples over, and the Dragonborn cavalry kind of falls with it. And then my second one.
You got your third action, or you could take another shot, but even -10.
I don't think in the crit it counted the Dread Marshal stance damage for some reason. I didn't see it in there. So
weird.
that would have been an extra 4 damage for the first attack. If that would change anything.
It would have, but a 400 shot has to be the same to the target with the 100 prey.
I see. Got it.
Yeah, I guess I'll shoot at the lizard folk ranger. I'm just shooting
Alright.
at this guy at this point. It's foolish. What should I do here?
Oh,
Yeah, no.
There is a guy on our
Yeah,
cart that you might want to handle.
yeah, I'll shoot at him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can I shoot at him?
Oh, yeah, you can, yeah.
Or is there something better that the group thinks I should do? I don't know close combat. I just shoot arrows, guys.
shoot at it. Shoot at it. Shoot at it.
Alright. Longbow strike. Or I'm sorry, shortbow strike.
You see this guy, he is nimble. Like he ducks underneath it, but his own bow is still raised. He's looking like between you, you see him like looking at you, Belric, looking at Jeet, looking at Wisteria, and the Emperor.
That would be my turn.
Oh, also roll me 2d8 too.
Yeah. Just gonna roll in the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, you see that Dragonborn come smashing into the ground. He gains his feet, but he does take 11 damage as you just put his horse down, and he comes riding through the sand, or smashing through the sand.
I hate it.
All right. The dragon back here. He is 40 feet away. 40 feet off the map. He does not have a mount anymore. Oh, let's see what we can do. What's his... Yeah, so you see he is going to spend 2 of his actions basically just to get back on the map. And then he is going to spend 1 of his actions to get 20 feet off the map. He's going to drop his flail, take out a crossbow. He's going to take a shot at your carriage. Oof, he's going to crit your carriage. All right.
Oh shoot.
Shit. All right. That's a lot more damage I thought would come off in the carriage. So yeah, you shoot his horse out from under him. He rolls, gets to his feet, battered from the sand. You see him stand from the wreckage, the ruins of his horse that was just downed. He throws his flail to the ground, pulls out this crossbow. He takes a shot at the carriage, and he just expertly aims this shot, and he bashes into the carriage. You see some of the hardness take a good chunk of the damage out, or take a bit of the damage out. But your carriage is looking pretty battered at this point. As it takes
That guy's a badass.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Just I can imagine it's all one motion, as he's rolling on the ground to let go of his flail, bring up the crossbow, and as he stomps to the ground with his foot, just pop off the shot.
So, couple things that does that I didn't think it would get to right away. Your carriage is now broken. It's still rideable, but it's slower. It has some penalties to it. So your speed's halved. I forgot the other penalties. I think you take I have to look up the other penalties as we go, but there's some other penalties to it too. But you see him kind of take out a wheel as well too, since he damaged the carriage. Your horses are also spooked and throwing you guys into reckless. So quite a bit going on as he gets that off. And the Rager is up. He is going to cause his horse to gallop as well. So putting him back on the map with the first one. And he can get right there with the second one. And he is also going to try to board the vehicle. He is like, you see him like, the other guy was like more nimble and graceful as he left through. You see this guy whip the horse with his tail and almost use that to propel himself up. Let's see how it works for him. He throws himself onto the carriage. Belric, you see him look at you, especially look at you as you down one of his fellow cavalrymen's horses, and he goes, "Last time, eat sand, peasant." And he is going to try to shove you off this carriage.
Oh no.
Peasant.
But he's going to ridiculously fail. What's your shove is reflex, right?
I don't know.
Fortitude. What's your fortitude? Yeah, he just avoids crit failing that. But you see him kind of shove you through. But you're a stocky dwarf. Like he pushes you and just kind of meets stone resistance, and you stay on the carriage.
I was about to say, these guys are some badasses, but then I just remembered from that right there, we're also badasses.
I forgot. I'm dope.
And with that, Jeet, you are up. What do you do? So, actually, let me actually pull up the vehicle rules because I forgot what broken does. I think the piloting check is harder by 5, if I remember right. But Jeet, what are you thinking as I look up those rules in case there's anything you want to do that's not directly related to that?
Okay, so double dash would get us 40 feet away from the guy with the crossbow.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I am considering. But if it's
The crossbow
moving,
probably's got a 120-foot range if it's the same as my standard crossbow, so that's going to take some time to get out of.
yeah. So the other option is that I'd like let go and just jump into the fray, which would make the carriage uncontrolled, and it would start slowing down.
I think as far away, like if we can continue even just a little bit and maybe potentially leave this cavalry guy in the dust, like that may, like we'll be going from fighting 2 people to 3. I just don't know I don't know if that's realistic.
I mean, if you want to go and start pushing people off the carriage, I can try to take the reins on my turn and focus on
I'm also pretty good with nature, but I'm pretty good at range. Well, no one's ranged. I mean, yeah, maybe I can take the reins.
Yeah. I mean, on your turn, you would need to stride up to the spot, take the reins as a piloting check, and then move if we wanted to move that same turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whereas I would just need to do 2 of those.
Yeah.
I could get off the shot. But...
Okay. Yeah, that's.
No, it's okay. I think if we do need someone to keep driving, it's better that I'm driving and you guys who are the ranged characters are taking them out. So let's just try for that. Let's try for the 2-action stride, because the 3-action one is too risky for me with a -5 penalty. So let's
before you commit to that, and let me reread it, but I'm like 90% sure you only have to make the check twice, even if you do the 3-action.
Yes, but one of those checks is with a -5 penalty, right?
Oh, well, all of them are, so due to being broken.
Oh, that's because of being broken. Okay, this was like -5 penalty just even without it being broken. If it was fine, still take a -5 to make the 3-action.
Broken. Yeah, so all the piloting checks for the vehicle are increased by 5.
5?
Yeah, so I think I don't think it stacks. I think you're broken. Either way, you've got that 5.
Okay. So, all right. Well, give it one shot at least. I think I have the best shot with my nature. So let's do this. 1. Yeah. No.
Right. It is like the vehicle is going forward, but it is recklessly kind of swerving. You see the horses are spooked. They are racing towards. They are frightened. The vehicle is reckless and just out of control.
Okay. All right. So, if I fail the reckless piloting check, the vehicle moves its speed in a straight line along its most recent heading, drifting up to 45 degrees. All right, cool. And it's uncontrolled. So it's still moving forward. And even if I fail this, I still have to make the second check, I believe.
Oh, I think you do. Yeah, we'll say that for now. I'll read that later.
Or if there's a way to take control.
There is. So if you wanted to, you could use one of your actions to, what's it called? Take the reins or take control. So you could try to grab the reins and try to get back control of this vehicle.
On a success, you become the pilot's vehicle again. All right, cool. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try second action to take the reins.
All right.
Oh,
Solid. Yeah. You guys go 40 feet further, but for a while, like, it is just kind of like the horses are spooked. Everything's going out. The carriage is just like wheels are like just bracking against the sand. Pieces of it falling off. But gee, how does it look as you kind of take control of this vehicle as it just spirals?
He's looking back as he's riding forward, and it starts veering off because of this broken wheel. And he's still looking back to make sure his allies are okay. But when he sees that the whole thing is stumbling on, he turns forward, focuses, and just like pulls the rein like even tighter, and then just looking forward. Yeah, more control. This short leash.
Nice.
And then final action I will use to just increase Bless Aura, and that'll be my turn.
Perfect. You guys feel that best aura. And Wisteria, you are off.
Alrighty. So first thing, I am going to devise a stratagem on the archer. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that and then fire a shot at him.
Nice.
Divide stratagem and off guard.
Is this the first time the devise a stratagem has been good?
I think so. Oh yeah, it's a crit. Nice. All right, so I'll roll that damage. With Shred Martial Stance, let's go.
Nice. And why was he off guard again?
Dread Striker, he's frightened.
Oh, he's frightened. Nice. Solid.
And then I'll go for my second shot.
Now, adding frightened 1 to a person who is already frightened 1 does not turn into frightened 2, correct?
That's right. You have to crit him again.
Woo! Crit him again.
Boo, Paizo, boo.
Does he have a 7? Oh, rolled an 18. Yeah, okay. Cool.
Wisteria, however, is probably the opposite of whatever is the opposite of boo right now.
Wisteria?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So how does it look as you take him out?
Yeah, Jeet's like struggling to keep control of the vehicle, and she's like, Jeet, I need a steady shot. And then finally, like, he gets laser focused, and everything lines up to where I fire off 2 quick shots with the repeating crossbow. Both of them catch him right in the chest and knock him off the carriage as he crashes into the sand. Finally, taking advantage of her skills and the help of her allies getting him frightened like that. She's very satisfied to see this all come together.
Nice. Now you see him kind of rolling through the sand, his blood staining the desert. Mockery, you're up.
All right, this lizard folk ranger here.
Mm-hmm.
Could Mockery push him off?
you need a crit. I think. Let me measure it because you'd be diagonal. Yeah. Because if he
Did
goes here,
Mockery
he-
step on top of the body?
well, even if he's on this spot, he's still hanging on. So you need a crit, or we can shove him twice.
And sorry,
He's
if you
shoving him
shove
twice,
someone, you
not
don't
for-
have the option to like follow him, right? You'd have
No,
to take a
shove,
check.
you do have the option to
Oh.
follow him. If you
Okay.
succeed.
You do?
Yeah. Shove, you push your target back 5 feet. You can stride after it, but you must move the same distance in the same direction.
All
Same
right,
action.
Mockery's pretty strong. Yeah, Mockery's pretty strong. He's gonna try and shove this guy off. He just tried to shove Belric off. Nah, let's turn the tables.
All right.
Let's see here. So that's just an athletics check, correct? Versus his fortitude.
That's right.
All right. So shove number 1.
You push him and you
Shoot.
just feel. Or are you keeping that?
I don't have a hero point.
All right. So you push him and you just feel muscle, and he just like flexes back at you and just stays riveted in place. What are you doing next?
Has he been frightened specifically, or?
He is not.
All right, gonna go for a demoralize action. After failing to push him off, just going for that, attempting to rattle him a little bit.
Ooh, is that
just
enough?
succeeds.
Hey, we got him.
And what do you say to demoralize him?
Heck yeah. So Mockery just like tries to like shoulder check him and that fails. So he looks at him and just goes,
You attempted to remove one of my friends from this vessel. So, I'm going to remove you.
All right,
Courtesy
he's
of the Captain's
frightened one.
Feast
You've
Day.
got one action left. Are you trying to shove him again? And
uh,
don't forget, shove has MAP too.
I know. I think Mockery's gonna go for. You know what? Mockery's gonna go for an unarmed strike.
All right.
He did dedicate this to Vincero, so he did not draw his blade. So just going in for a punch.
That'll hit.
And this will be non-lethal, of course. 19 to hit.
So are you doing non-lethal? 17 will still hit, but don't forget non-lethal has a -2 penalty.
All right.
Oh, and which actually we should have talked about Wisteria.
What?
Wisteria, was that non-lethal?
Honestly, I feel like she wasn't fully expecting that to finish him off. And she's definitely like pushing the line of like, I'm gonna do a couple shots not worrying about being non-lethal, but if somebody's like low, then like she'll do that. But I think she just kind of lost control there. Or like, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
at least that makes more sense to me than trying to like recon it and figure it out.
Sweet. Yeah, so that will hit for Mockery, but you just see the body of the archer kind of prone in the sand. Nice, 13 damage. Yeah, not bloodied.
So I
nothing
said I
popped
think
up.
I may have lagged out. Yeah, I said it, but I think I lagged out. Mockery's fists, they have the non-lethal trade. Like those are regular fists.
Oh, nice.
His tail and his teeth, I believe he takes the penalty for trying to be non-lethal with those.
Perfect. So that'll hit. You get some damage off as you just pop him one. That's your 3, right?
Yep. That was a shove attempt, a demoralize, and then a punch. I want to say, Mockery probably doesn't notice the fact that that guy that just got shot off of here is dead. I think he just assumed Wisteria did exactly what she intended to do, and thinks he's still alive.
See the body of the You're just kind of bleeding out in the sands. Will, you are up.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna do the cool thing now. We'll see if it works. So I am standing right behind this man because he's just fighting with Mockery and trying to push Belric off. So I'm just gonna get uncomfortably close right behind him. And first, I'm gonna use Bone Maw. And I am going to attempt to do the diplomacy roll. Here we go.
All right.
He's
Yeah, success. Just that frightened pushed you over the edge.
Nice. All right, so that means that he has -2 to all will saves for a while. And so I'm just gonna go up uncomfortably close behind him and just say, "You're gonna die here." Words. "You're gonna die today, right here, if you don't do something about it." And the thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use command and command him to flee off of the moving cart.
All right, post command for me.
Because I don't, with command, they can't willingly hurt themselves.
Good.
It doesn't say for command. It's one of the few things for
I would-
suggestion and stuff.
Yeah, I thought it said the same thing, Burger, but it does not. All right, so he needs to make
I must have been thinking about 5e.
I was saying.
All right, this better be worth it because I just used my last first rank spell.
You will
Crit
fail.
fail.
Oh my goodness.
He's gonna spend all of his actions on his next turn running away from me.
All right.
Not far to run, buddy.
All right. So what I don't think I said it correctly before. Oh yeah. I said you're gonna die today if you don't get yourself out of here, or whatever I said before. And then he hears the last sentence that he hears is in Rashanael's voice, "Flee." And so he is forced to run away because that's how her voice works.
He looks.
I'm gonna be honest, I really do like "you're gonna die to hear to that first one. I like that one.
Will is a lot more articulate than I am.
You see, he looks panicked and starts kind of looking behind him, looking each way and every way. Belric, you're up.
I mean, this guy's kind of done, right? Like he's gonna flee
that's
away.
the Emperor.
Oh,
It's this one.
okay. Oh,
You're
yeah.
not the Emperor. Let me say, that's the body that you guys juiced up to look like the Emperor.
So this guy's gonna flee away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This guy's dead. This guy's far away. Is there anything I can do to potentially help repair the carriage that's damaged, or I potentially I'm really good with nature, so is there anything I can do to encourage the animals to be better guides, command an animal? I don't know.
Yeah. So we'll say. So let me see what they're. Oh, we'll talk with the nature piece first.
Okay.
So these animals aren't reckless right now. They're not spooked, so the vehicle is not reckless. Jeet was able to take control of that.
Okay.
But the vehicle is damaged. You're gonna have to make it fairly hard, so it's gonna be 5 plus the typical DC for the level 24 nature check to see if you can kind of encourage these animals to just pull really hard against the vehicle's normal speed and keep you guys going for another round at full speed. So you can use an action to do that if you'd like to. For repair, you would have to have a repair toolkit, which I don't think Belric has.
Can I make a suggestion? Use animal handling to just give the aid to Jeet on his attempt to continue to pilot the ship, perhaps? It's not a ship. It's a ship That's pulled by horses on land.
The pilot makes you feel like a ship. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Okay, so all my moves are gonna be non-lethal. I will aid Jeet, and then I'm also going to, I think, take an action to command the animals to try and keep rolling through stuff.
All right. Sweet. So give me an animal handling check, or give me 2 animal handling checks. One to aid, and then one to kind of encourage these animals to kind of like just push past the limits that the broken carriage is putting on them. So
Sorry,
the aid, that'll give a +1 to Jeet for his roll.
Okay. So do I do another command animal?
Yeah, or yeah, just another command animal on that side too. Solid, literally just enough.
Nice.
Yeah, so, well, you got one action left. What are you doing with your last action before you gotta say how that all looks?
Is it worth it to shove this guy? To try shoving this guy off, or?
I mean, he is going. And you kind of see he's looking sketchy. Like he's going to just jump off this moving carriage. So I don't think. It depends on what you want to do on that side.
I have not. Yeah, I feel like. Is there anyone else that needs aid or anything else? I feel like I'm just going to forfeit this last action.
I mean, feel free to ignore this advice, but Wisteria would probably say something like, shoot the horses so they can't mount up again and come after us.
I will ignore Wisteria. I'm already heartbroken enough about killing that horse.
Mockery hearing that is just like,
No, sister.
Yeah, so that'll be my turn. I'll aid and I'll kind of like talk to the animals and that'll be it.
Perfect. And I forgot this guy should be 40 feet back because he was at the last turn. Actually, both should be 40 feet back. But yeah, the Helmet Cavalry guy, he is 60 feet back. He's going to use his whole turn just to dash forward. But you guys know it's no sense motive check necessary. He is looking at that mounted archer. His eyes are focused upon him. He is running full tilt, trying to get closer to that guy. This guy, yeah, you see this guy like panic in his eyes, looking at Will and looking above Will, like his eyes focused kind of just above, with that angelic presence. And you see this guy just dive bomb off of the ship, and he is going to take. Will, roll me 2d8 damage.
Right, I forgot about the 2d8 falling damage.
Nice. Yeah, you see he just dive bombs off the ship, takes that 2d8. How far was that? How far is he getting with his? So he goes 1 forward with that action, and he's going to use his last 2 actions to just keep dashing away. So he is 5 feet off the map right now.
Just gonna wave. Bye.
You guys see kind of blood and everything kind of soaking through with him. And yeah, with this next round, you guys have 1 round here where you do have a little bit of freedom. These guys, you guys have pretty expertly taken them out of commission. You guys have a little bit of time. So 1 round, each of you guys can do your 3 actions to do something. So G, you're up first, but there's no pressing order in case people want to do things in a different stead. What do you guys do? What are you guys thinking? I'll give you a second too. I'll be right back to discuss amongst yourselves.
all right. I think for Mockery's turn, I have something planned. Because I feel like he's gonna realize, like, oh no, that guy who fell off is probably dead or close to it, on dying.
So what's your? If you want to share, or if you don't, that's fine too.
Oh no, he's gonna pull his dog out of the pet cache, give him a potion of healing, and send him off to the guy. Because we don't like Mockery. Mockery isn't against killing, but he knows like we weren't supposed to kill these guys, and it would be very bad on us if they died from our wounds.
Okay. I could try and do that as well, but I guess throwing it from a moving vehicle would be quite dangerous without anyone controlling it. So cool. So what I'm thinking is, on my turn, I'll use one action to command the horses, and then Beldrick and I might just swap places for a bit.
Yeah. No, I would be happy to switch up into that. I thought, combatively it made sense for me to be in the back, but I'm happy to command the horses. And I just killed horses, though.
So, any suggestions from the party for what we should do as a group?
Well, this seems like a perfect opportunity for Wisteria to reload because she's only got one shot left in her crossbow. So that's going to be her 3 actions.
Sounds good.
So Mysteria's reloading.
Cast heal on myself.
He gets to heal.
Yeah. Do you have battle medicine immunity from me or Beldrick?
I believe yes.
Okay.
I think you already used treat wounds on me earlier, and I don't think it's been an hour since the last time we fought.
I use it on you?
No, but specifically battle medicine. It has different.
Oh, it has a separate cooldown?
For each person.
And it's 1 day, so.
Yeah. So I could swap into your spot, take over, and then I could battle medicine somebody if they wanted. Is that correct?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Let's try that. So, I'll try and do the same thing. So first action to try and get these horses going. This is going to be with the aid, but also with the penalty.
So it's a penalty, but with Belric's help, you're going to make him go the full speed versus a 20.
Oh, nice. Okay. So let's do that. Let's add that, and then do that. Ooh, nice. Okay, that includes all of the penalties and everything.
Sure.
Nice. Beautiful.
So you see those horses running. Jeet, what do you do with your last 2 actions?
Then second action, I'll hop on. Beldrick, leaving these for you. They're currently uncontrolled. I'll move over here, and then final action, I will try and battle medicine on Will.
All right.
Okay, just need a. 15.
Thank you, Daddy.
Ooh, not 15. Sorry. That's my turn.
Luckily, not a crit fail on that side, but you try to patch Will up, and just fortunately, the shaking of the carriage and sand and dust and everything, all that just makes it too hard to fully patch his wounds. Wisteria, you're reloading. You get the new pack into the crossbow. Mockery, what are you doing?
Only now he'd noticed the one mounted archer who fell onto the sand that Wisteria crit isn't getting back up right now and is currently bleeding out. So he's going to do something a little strange, a little on as a tactic. He's going to try and help that guy out. There are there's a multitude of reasons for it. I can briefly go over, or I can just. It could also be you guys ask him in character. So you know what? I'll wait for my reasoning for later. But yeah, he's going to take his hyena out of the pet cache. And
I do want to say this guy is 40 feet back from where. Bring him back.
That hyena has a lot of speed. It has 40 feet of movement. So Mockery is going to get the hyena out, put a potion into its mouth, and tell him,
"All right, you don't need to get too close to them. Just drop this off near them so he doesn't die. Go!"
And command the hyena to start booking it to hop off the cart and run towards him. To
right.
drop off that healing potion.
Give me an acrobatics check for the hyena.
Luckily, the hyena has good dex, if I remember proper. Let me see here.
What's the range on the hyena return action, as in pulling them back into the the pet cache?
I think that's touch. Don't worry, he's got 40 feet of movement. He's fast. He can catch up to us, hopefully.
Sweet. So he's able to jump off, does not take the damage, is able to race towards the archer. It just dropped the drop the potion. Dropping something is a free or not an action on that portion. So he's gonna have to run back. He's gonna need to make the acrobatic save versus the AC. Oh, well, it's easy. The AC of the carriage, which is actually 2 lower due to it being broken. So he has to be 11. Yes.
Yep. So will he be doing that this round or
but
next?
that will take 3 actions.
What?
Because you have to move there, move back, and then board.
Oh, I see. So that's gonna have to be next round when he jumps up.
All right.
All right.
Luckily, the hyena's fairly quick with that. So we throw him on the map so we keep track of him.
They're not going to try and shoot the hyena that just gave their companion the healing potion, right?
Do they know that just happened?
We got one
From-
guy running to him, so I
From
imagine
40
like
feet
his-
away, did they see him drop the potion?
It's a scavenger animal, going towards a dead body. I mean, logically, they're probably not like, yeah, let's go. Means
just like
well.
see, I imagine like the guy running to his friend, his heartbeat is spiking when he sees like they sent his hellhound to him, and then just see him drop a health potion like, huh? What? Is this a
Okay.
taunt?
So you see that hyena run through. It's kind of run back. Who wants to give me a D20 roll?
I'm feeling lucky today. I'll throw it down. Not that lucky.
All right. That archer is not doing well. He's actually doing very poorly. But he is still alive. Will, is there anything crazy you want to do on kind of your free round here?
I was just listening to what everybody else was doing. Didn't really think about it for myself beyond. You know what? I got plenty of spell slots. Said no one ever. But I do think I should use some healing.
All right.
Considering that I don't know when I'm gonna get another chance like this. So I'm gonna cast. This is a 2nd rank heal using 2 actions on myself. Is there a button I can press to? There we go. Actually, there is a button I can press.
Mm-hmm.
It is this version.
Sweet.
And also, I get a +1 to all saving throws for a single turn after this. I don't think it's gonna matter, but because I'm an angel, that's how I go. That's a lot more healing than I was expecting it to be, so I might be fine after this. 25.
Yeah, you should be okay.
Holy cow.
Yeah, you're like just slightly below max.
I am at more. I have more hit points than I started this combat with. All right, so you see Will just like touches his own chest and sort of whisper to himself, and some golden light sort of emits out of his whole body. And then as a final action, I am going to look up ahead of us wistfully to signal that our journey continues, and also potentially see if there's anything up ahead of us.
Perfect. Oh, you said you're looking to see things like looking like ahead. You said, right?
Yes. You're looking up ahead.
Still give me a perception check.
What's up in front of us? That's really all I want to know. Perception, can do.
Oof. Yeah. You see kind of sand and sand ahead of you.
Oh, sweet. It's my favorite. Will's like, I gotta get out of this desert.
Yeah, it's a little rough. You can just see sand and sun and heat. But Belric, you are up. What do you do? Is there anything else you? What are you doing in your turn?
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna battle medicine, but I feel like I don't have to, so I was going to stride up
All right.
to the seat. And what do I need to do to help with these horses? Anything?
Yeah, so you do need to take control. So give me a pilot or a nature check. It's broken, so -5. So it was what was it first? 1823 now.
And I can't repair it because no one has a repair kit.
I imagine that would probably also take more than.
Foresteria?
Someone have? Can I steal a repair? Can I take an action to steal your repair kit and try to repair?
I don't have one, and I assume that's too complex for my Shadow Smith to put together. But
Kits and tools are unfortunately too complex.
I did put it on my shopping list though, so there's
Oh,
that.
I forgot. I do have a repair kit.
So,
I have it
I
for.
feel like it would take more than 3 actions to do that, though.
It will take 3 actions to do a difficult repair while you guys are moving.
Okay, so I won't do that. I will. So I already used an action to stride up here, and then I have to do a nature check to.
You could, take control of the animals, and after that, you can do another nature check to keep them moving forward too.
1. Let's roll. To pop this in. Sorry.
No, not nice, unfortunately. Yeah, so you struggle to take control of them. They are not. Actually, they are reckless, or they are uncontrolled at this point. So they're moving forward, continuing with their kind of same thing, but they are.
I'm gonna use my hero point here.
And yeah, you can use your hero point. Or you can use your third action. There's no MAP for this one.
Okay, so I'll just use my third action. I potentially will use my hero point after.
Solid, yeah.
Great boy.
Got him.
So you struggle for a bit to get control of these horses, but you're in kind of an attunement to nature, kind of a natural ward. Your time with the Bruins of Fessia and Bear, just you're able to soothe these horses, get them back under control. As you
I channel the dead horse that I just killed. And I'm like, you guys. Oh, that's gonna eat me up. All right, sorry. Yep, that's my turn.
No worries. Yeah, so you guys are able to get control of the vehicle. You do see on the Dragonborn heavy cavalry runs up. It does feed that potion into the archer that you guys slayed, but they are back in the distance. The lizard folk ranger kind of rages as you guys move past. But you guys see them kind of revive that last, or the only one that you actually killed for these. But you do start to hear the beating of wings. You see kind of just like this, just clap and clap of wings, and you look up and you see 2 wyverns in the distance trailing the vehicle. Let's roll these guys in.
What? Dastard, vile creature.
Oh, these tokens are so cool looking.
And the Pathfinder guys did a really good job with these tokens. All right. So Jeet, you're up first. You see these 2 wyverns, riderless, though they are wearing the symbols of the fallen suns. They are racing towards you guys. Just hunger and precision. Like they look like predators racing towards you, ready to finish off the gavels. What do you do?
Belric, we need arrows here. And from within his belt, these metallic like shards from bits of his armor, like stray bits of armor, they rise up, and he hurls them towards this one wyvern.
Nice. It's the first time Jeet's cast that one.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had that.
I've been packing it, but oh yeah, I think okay. That's a low roll, and then final action. He will. Yeah. Okay. He'll take out his bastard sword and like grip it in both hands.
Perfect. You see the stronger of the two wyverns is up first. You see his wings beating as he kind of comes through, and he is just racing towards the vehicle. And he is going to... Oh yeah, he's using powerful dive.
I don't like that way that sounds.
Yeah. Jeet, he locks on to you. You see him race forward, wings flapping as he descends through the sky. And you see him look at you, his just unhuman, draconic eyes focused upon you. And he is going to make a claw strike against you. That'll miss. Nice. That could have got ugly. But you see him strike against you, but slashing across Jeet's heavy armor, unable to grab purchase. You hear the wyvern howl out in frustration, and it just spends its last action trying to bite into you. That one will hit. For 24 damage. Alright. Hysteria, you are up.
Mockery and Will, are either of y'all planning on doing anything to frighten a wyvern on your turn? Okay, I'm gonna delay my turn until after Mockery's.
Alright. Mockery, you are up.
Okay, first and foremost, before he uses his other actions to attempt to frighten these wyverns, he's going to use one action to command this hyena to get the hell back on here.
Give me an acrobatics check. It's 11, because the thing is broken.
Genuinely, the hyena would have to nat one.
I'm a little worried. So when you call it that one, there you
What are
go.
the chances? 5%?
He boards the vehicle. He's got, I don't know if there's anything he can do with one action, but he's got one action left.
Bark.
I think you're
He
beating
actually
Mario.
has the Intimidate skill. Oh no, am I muted?
Oh, I can hear you
hear me?
now.
Okay, so sometimes when I have to minimize the ninja screen in order to go onto the fort, so I guess it's hard to use the tips when I do that. But the hyena has the Intimidate skill.
He does?
So could he
Does-
demoralize?
Well, two things. He can, but they don't know a language. The hyena doesn't speak a language, so either way, you get a -4.
But you're saying there's a chance.
There's a chance.
It's better
All
than
right,
the
so-
nothing he was planning on doing otherwise.
All right, so the hyena is gonna growl and bark at let's say the rightmost wyvern here.
Do you want to do? So one of them looks the one to the left does look smaller, and not smaller, but visibly weaker than the one on the right.
Did I say rightmost? I meant leftmost.
Go ahead. This could be a pretty challenging roll on this one. Yeah, you see the wyvern flap its wings and just howl out, just completely ignoring the hyena.
All right, Mockery is then going to use his 2 actions to attempt to demoralize, 1 to each wyvern. First one will be the leftmost, second one will be the rightmost.
The double demoralize. Rated R starts Friday.
It does sound like an 80s movie. Nice. Well, leftmost, you crit succeed on that one. That dude is frightened too, I think.
Yep.
Rightmost,
Unfortunately, he's not within the aura, so unless he gets close, if he stays where he is, that friend will start to drop.
I have a thing that is being a rules lawyer, but also it's helpful for us in this moment. The range of demoralize is 30 feet. Can he even reach the one that's far away?
I think so.
So, and therefore,
Oh, he can, yeah.
So
would that
first
nat 20
one
be
must
on
have
the one
had
to
to
the
be
right?
on the one that's in range, and therefore he crit this guy.
Yeah, it looked like 30 feet. Yeah, you're right. That's 45. That's 40.
In that case, it's the one in the aura that's gotten the crit.
And you get your second action back because you couldn't have done that.
Third, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh! In that case, that action will be used for the aid action for Wisteria, to shoot the wyvern that's been frightened.
So, Mockery, how do you aid that action?
All right. So let's see here. I think it would follow up on the demoralized. This has been a very demoralized heavy turn. So seeing these things come up, Mockery, after barking and growling out various prayers of the infernals to this, he's going to look to Wisteria and say,
If you can, pray to Rogue! Pray for the fear and fury you need to kill that beast!
and would that be... If that is instead religion, I'm good with that too.
So religion fortune would help for an aid roll here. You gotta get some useful things that you can do. Because unless, what can you do to help her shoot that wyvern?
Oh, okay. So moral support is not available for this one. I guess trying to... No, that wouldn't work. Distracting the wyvern so she can get a good shot off.
All right. Perfect. Give me a performance or deception check to see how you can come distract the wyvern and aid her on that. Nice. So that will succeed. So what does Mockery do there?
Mockery's kind of feigning the fact that he is the biggest threat on the cart right now, trying to garner its attention, trying to keep its eyes off of Wisteria, trying to keep its eyes on him. So he's trying to make himself look larger, even more of that demoralized, just making it be like, you
want me!
So that's going to be -2 from its AC from Frighten, and a +2 to hit from aid to Berseria.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh, sorry. You're up.
Oh yeah. All right. Yeah, this wyvern is coming down. I'm gonna make 3 strikes on it, unless it dies sooner. But we'll see. I want to make sure I got all my bonuses in. So there's bless. Actually, I think the dread striker will apply automatically, so I'm not gonna put in the off guard, and then I get a +1 from the aid from mockery.
That's right. For the first strike.
All right.
Since you're in the aura as well, you automatically get the +2 for damage.
Yeah. Okay. It did not add the off guard unless it applied it on your side.
Oh, I don't think you targeted.
I didn't target it.
So I mean, 28. I'll still hit.
Yeah, and then 2 more from the frightened. So.
Yeah.
Is that enough to crit or no?
Not enough to crit.
Dang. All right. So I'll roll damage.
Still, that's very solid. A 30 to hit. Virtually a 30 to hit.
Yep. All right. Second attack, and I'll target it this time. No aid. Yeah, there's frightened and off guard. Getting applied. So that'll hit again.
Nice.
More damage.
Yes.
And attack number 3. Critical miss.
Yeah, you see, like, how's that all look as you kind of pile some bolts into it?
So I see it completely focus on Jeet and Mockery, and so I launch one bolt after another. 2 of them passing through parts of its wings, causing it harm, but the third one is going wide.
It does look
does-
good, too.
Does Wisteria still have her hero point?
Yeah, I'm not going to use it on a -10 multi-attack penalty, though.
That is very fair.
But thank you for reminding me of that.
Alright. The next wyvern is up. And Mockery, after you kind of like making yourself seem like the biggest threat out, it is going to use its powerful dive upon you.
I'm beginning to realize my mistake. Mockery's still on dying. A lot of dying.
Wounded too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you never treated your wounds there. All right, well, this will be a thing.
But did you get up to full hit points or not?
He did get up to full hit points. Doesn't that only take away
yes.
1 wound? Or does it
No, it
take away
should-
all of them?
Yeah, if you get to full hit points and 10 minutes pass, which they did, all wounded goes away.
Solid.
Oh,
yeah.
thank goodness.
Especially with this 32 to hit. This is going to be a crit.
Oh, no!
30 damage. Oops, not the wyvern. Not the damage the wyvern. This is Mockery's damage. But with that, though, he gets to use a free action to try to grab you.
So, this goes quickly from Mockery, like, trying to make this thing afraid, to Mockery being afraid when he realizes it's the hawk all over again.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So, what's your? I forgot to target you. What's your fortitude?
Not good. Oh no, it is good. 9. So it just barely fails.
Yeah. So you see it try to grab you. It fails, which works out pretty well because that could have been pretty nasty on that side. But it does do the 32 damage to you, but it can't take you up into the sky. So you see Mockery gets slashed by that
Screaming.
first one, and then he comes back and tries to bite you with his last action.
Yeah, so Mockery went from confident to screaming in terror.
And that'll miss by 1.
Move.
Fortunately. All right. Will, you are up.
All right. Not a fan of this. I am going to cast a spell on one of them. I think I am going to choose Whichever one looks the biggest and nastiest. And I'm going to cast Phantom Pain.
Does that have the manipulate trait?
Good question. It does.
All right.
Do you
They
ask?
are going to lash out at you.
Good.
They're going to slash at you with their claws. Or, well, just one of them. Yeah, just one.
I'm fine. Everything's fine. I just healed myself. I'm good. That does
I
hit
have
me.
to argue, but it's 18 hit.
18 is my AC.
Oh, that sucks. I thought it would miss. All right.
I'm a squishy baby. I don't even have any armor on. I need to get a helmet.
11 damage. So you see, like, you try to cast your spell, it slashes out at you using its attack of opportunity.
All right.
That interrupts the spell, doesn't it?
Oh, no, it doesn't. So as long as he lives,
Oh.
he's good. As long as,
Heck
On
yeah.
on a crit, I think it does, but not on a regular.
yeah.
All right.
Heck yeah.
I'm just like shouting out, go on, get. But he hears horrific whispers in his mind, and he's going to be. Did I already put it? I did already put it in the chat. So roll the damage.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
I did. All right, sweet. Let me roll my DC then. That Frightened 2 came in handy. That Frightened 2 made it fail. That
Nice.
Sweet. What was that spell again?
It's Phantom Pain. It just does persistent mental damage.
Okay.
And a sickened one. I actually forgot about that.
Sweet. How does that all? So he hears that voice in his mind. You see him even start to kind of slow down. His wings, like he's looking bloodied and battered as he hears that. It just kind of looks confused and pain as he still continues to flap on.
Mm-hmm. And I have a thing that gives me a circumstance bonus after I cast a spell to demoralize. So I'm going to attempt to do that now. I'm going to demoralize the one that is not already frightened.
All right.
And I think when I click the button, it does not give me the option to add the +1. Just know that there's a +1 in on this.
Fair enough. Nice.
28.
That will succeed.
All right. So the two of the one on the left just like looks at me in like horror and starts like screeching and shaking its head back and forth. And I turn my face to look at the other one and lock eyes with it. And seeing after it just saw me locking eyes with the other one and it causing extreme pain, now locking eyes with this second one is frightening to it. It's like, I don't know what he just did to that other guy, but I don't want him to do it to me.
Perfect. All right. So Belrick's up, but he is gone. So I will roll for him. But what do you guys want Belrick to do this turn?
I think go after the stronger one. The one that we've been hitting
Yeah.
most.
Probably
So
hunt prey. And then maybe you just start action to pilot the carriage.
All right.
Are we doing non-lethal against the wyverns?
No.
I see.
All right.
Yes.
Shot first one. Shot second. We'll miss, unfortunately, with that one. See some damage. So he gets 11 damage off on the wyvern. Why do they keep doing it to the guy? And then he's going to try to make a nature check to see if he can keep these horses moving. He will succeed. So he is going to move the horses 20 feet up. As you see, kind of Belrick pull out his bow, throw one arrow right into the lead wyvern, and this guy is looking rough. He is bloodied, frightened, sickened, and just struggling to keep up, but still pumping his wings. and then the others kind of start to fade into the distance a little bit as you guys get this cart moving. Jeet, you are up.
Okay, it's out of melee range, so let's see what we can do here. It will come closer. It will come closer. Okay.
You can ready to smack it like a baseball.
Now we'll take 2 actions, and I don't think I want that. All right, I'll use my final first level spell. No, wait, I can't. Sorry. I just realized that doesn't work against these guys. Yeah, all right, cool. So, still holding his weapon, he's going to first throw out Needle Dart.
All right.
Cast it. Oh, okay.
That'll hit.
Wow.
Oh, good damage. Was not expecting that.
He is rough. He like a good hit could take him down.
Oh man! If only I could throw my bastard sword at him.
He's got
It's-
persistent damage on him, so he might be taken out.
Oh yeah, that's true. But he might take me out before he goes down. So final action, I will cast shield on myself, and that'll be my turn.
The wyvern, bloody, battered, is continuing its siege. It is going to use. Let me see if I can do that. Actually, yeah. So it is going to use powerful dive. It is going to go back into the air for part of it 60 feet. Move forward again for the rest of it. It is going to come back down and make a slash against Jeet. But it
Yes!
was a miss. Yeah, so you see it slash. Once again, Jeet kind of just narrowly avoids it. This time, though, you see its stinger whip out from behind it and try to get Jeet with its last action.
Yeah, not a crit.
Give me a fortitude save.
Oh, okay. So first, I will use my reaction with the magic shield to reduce that by 5, and then you said fort save. Oh,
Oof. All right. That is going to put you at stage 1. That's 5d6 poison.
State. Don't say it like that. What does that mean?
5d6.
Stage 1 what? Stage 1 what?
I am at 1 hit point.
Solid. Jeet, you see this creature run up. The first one kind of sparks against your armor. You block it. You see it whip its stinger around as if this creature is dying, but it is continuing to keep the fight as this fallen sun's wyvern. It stings into you. You feel this poison burning in a different sensation through your veins, but luckily you stay standing. You keep fighting as this goes through. As you get the wyvern poison within you. So you are stage 1 poisoned. You will need to make a save at the end of your turn and see. Hopefully, if it doesn't progress, but it could progress. But yeah. With that, Mockery, you are up.
Persistent damage.
Oh yeah, persistent damage. So yeah,
Might
Will,
be
give me some
gone
persistent damage.
Do I have to roll it again, or do we use the same number I used the
Yeah,
last time?
rolling it. Yeah.
Okay. I gotta scroll all the way back up, and I'm just gonna click the same button again. Cool. Dread Martial Stance apparently applies to this, or at least it is applying it automatically for me.
Sure. Yeah.
Fine with me. It's incredible.
This creature, if you had 1 more point of damage, would be dead.
Well, doesn't the needle darts do persistent bleed damage as well?
Does it?
I think
thought
that's
so.
only on a crit.
Okay.
Okay.
But death gaze.
I'm pretty sure with a basic fortitude, it's guaranteed 1 point of damage.
That's true. Let me
So-
roll a fortitude just to see how it goes.
If it crit succeeds, I'm pretty sure it gets to survive.
But luckily, it does not.
Yes.
This creature literally had 1 HP left. How does your death gaze? Well, kill it. Kill it.
Well, Mockery stares into it after seeing Jeet just barely hang on. He's going to stare into this with the wrath of hell itself, and he'll, as his eyes burn into its skull, quite literally, in fact, almost spraying the same corruption that's on him in terms of like a damage, that negative damage. Mockery is just going to say,
I will see you in hell.
and then be surprised when it drops. Like,
You see its eyes begin to burn. You see its wounds begin to weep this like green ichor, and you see it just dive headfirst into the sands and not rise again. You got 1 action left, Blocker.
let me see some.
You could have said your hyena.
No, it's staying dead.
Okay, that's good. That's good. All right, what are you thinking?
Demoralize the other wyvern.
All right.
It is already frightened.
That
Oh, it is? Oh, shoot, never mind. Yeah, it'd be good to Mockery has some blood bombs.
you would need to draw your blood bomb though.
Shoot. Yeah, it'd be good to have a ranged option that doesn't take 2 actions.
You should get that gauntlet bow.
That would be cool. I guess for Mockery's last action, he's going to be using the 8 action again. Second first, same as the first to Wisteria for like hitting that other wyvern that's still frightened.
Alright.
Same thing as last time. He just stared one wyvern to death. His gaze moves to the other after being surprised that worked. And the same deception roll to see, just like,
You want me?
kind of deal.
Perfect. Hero.
All right, I'm gonna take a shot.
Sweet, with a +1.
Nice.
Don't forget the +2 from, so that'd be a 25 because of Pack Hunter, in case that makes it a crit success or not.
Oh, that should. Let me make sure I find the DC again. I think it's 15, but make sure it's right. Yeah, 15, so that will bring it up to crit success.
So it's a +2!
Nice. Nice to be part of your pack.
Thank you.
I'm gonna hero point that.
Fair enough. That'll hit.
So not. Alrighty. Damage. And then I'll make my second attack. No aid.
Nice, that'll hit.
Cool.
What does that look like? Or you
Um,
got one action left, though. What do you do with your last action, I should say, before we get to that?
I'm going to I mean, I guess at this point, Wisteria's kind of curious, like, how valuable these wyverns are to, like, Thrax's army. Like, are they just, like, beasts of burden, like the horses, where it's, like, not a big deal if they get killed, or is it, like, they're pretty valuable and rare and important to him? If you want me to do a recall knowledge, or...
Yeah, give me recall knowledge.
Cool.
Yeah, this might be a declaration of war we're committing right here.
Yeah, so you know that, like, definitely more than a horse. These are like trained wyverns that can operate outside of a rider. They can kind of carry out orders like this. They're valuable. But these are Fallen Sun riders or wyverns. But the Fallen Suns are working for Thrax. So, you know, it's valuable. But luckily, the one that you almost killed was brought back with a potion. For the person that you almost killed was brought back with a potion. So it's kind of hard to see how pissed. The Fallen Suns commander hates you guys. But it's how pissed Thrax will be with his new mercenary company losing 2 wyverns. Or losing at least 1 wyvern.
At least seeing that there was an effort made to keep the humans alive. Well, yeah. Humanoids.
I hope it'll also bear weight that there is an effort to protect the Emperor and bring him back in its own right, but we'll see how that plays out.
Perfect. The last wyvern is up. And he is focused upon you, Mockery. He's doing that same thing the other one did with the powerful dive, moving up into the air, moving back down for 2 of its actions, taking a free action. His claw against you. Will your luck be as good as Jeet's? Unfortunately, not.
Okay, I have to click off of here to click back on the fort to see what it is. Did it just hit or did it crit?
Just hit. So 13
Okay.
damage to Mockery.
Heck yeah.
That puts Mockery down to 7. But he's
Still
also
alive.
Mockery, do you have your reactions?
No, use that for the 8 action.
Oh, yes. Good.
Oh, I forgot to click on you. What is your fortitude? Oh, that was
19.
So he slashes at you. He grabs you, and then he is going to do.
Oh, this is literally one of Mockery's worst nightmares. Just so you know, you can hear like what at first sounds like a Mockery scream to like it sounds like he is like a dying goat. Like he is screaming when he's like lifted up.
Yeah, so he goes 30 feet into the air, and he lets you go.
The whole time Mockery's trying to beg with it, like, wait, no, please, 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 no, please, before being dropped.
You see this creature just inhumanly, just animalistically, just kind of completes that. He picks you up, drops you. Give me a reflex save. Well, actually, no, don't give me a reflex save. That's just you fall to creature. Actually, never mind. You don't give me a reflex save. You are going to get 3d6 plus 2d8.
Oh, I was about to say 3d6. There's a chance I might survive. 2d8. No. It's true.
So Mockery, you see he flies you up, drops you down right off the cart, and you see Mockery just crash into the sands unconscious.
Damn.
Mockery has a new fear now. Wyverns.
Right.
That was his genuine. Mockery has nightmares about that with birds. Now it's happened to him.
I mean, dragons are pretty much just armored birds.
I did not realize it until now.
All right, I have an important question. If I cast a 3-action heal,
Yeah,
I cannot choose who gets that heal. It will also heal the wyvern. Yes,
that's correct.
I hate it. In that case, I am going to. Oh, I don't think I. No, I did. Oh yeah. Okay. And in that case, I'm completely out of spell slots that I can actually use right now. I have one other spell slot, but it's not going to be useful in this particular moment. So I'm doing a big ol' days.
All right.
This enemy. It is still frightened. Sorry, remind me. Does frightened doesn't affect will saves, does it?
-1 to all saves and ACs and attacks.
Gotcha. Okay. So it actually does help. In that case, I guess there's no reason for me to. I don't know. I can't bon maw him because he doesn't speak any languages I know. Probably. Maybe if I spoke Draconic, maybe. In that case, I'm just gonna do the days, and then I'm going to figure out what I'm doing after that to see if I can maybe help Mockery.
All right. He will just succeed, so he'll take half damage.
All right. Well, half of 2 damage. I did it, y'all.
So I
He's-
don't mean to alarm
He's
anyone,
near
but
bloody.
Dread,
Or somewhat near bloodied. All
Dread
right, what
Marshal
you do?
stance is down, and Mockery's been battle messaged by everybody here. So
Yeah.
Okay, so but we still have potions.
yes,
Oh, you know
At
what?
least one heal.
Yeah, I have 1 heal left. No, I actually have 2 heals left. Now that I'm looking at it, I definitely should have done that. I didn't think of it in the moment. It's too late now. All right, my last action is going to be. I would go try to help Mockery, but I would probably honestly just be getting in the way because I only have 1 action left anyway. So instead, I'm going to use. Oh, you know what? Last action is going to cast Guidance on Jeet, and you're just going to hear and as I touch you on the back and you feel energy flowing through, I'm just going to say, "Save him," and you get a guidance.
Thank you.
Belric is up. What are you guys thinking for Belric?
Oh,
I'm
he's here.
thinking he's right here.
Oh, there, there.
Oh,
What
no.
happens? It's your turn. You're just in time.
I feel like I've already gone, right? So do I have hunted prey on this wyvern?
I think you. Oh, I think we did the. Did you do the big one last time? I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did the big one last time.
So you have to switch it over.
I'm gonna switch it over. Wait, have I battle medicined?
Yep. Everyone's battle messaged Mockery from prior combat. He was he kept going down and down and down.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I guess I'm going to move my hunter's mark thing to him, and then I'm gonna do my double shot thing. Oh, that's not the
Shoot
right
away.
damage.
That'll hit.
Okay, that's the second shot, or that's
Second will miss. That first will hit. Perfect. What are you doing with that last action?
Does anyone need to be aided by anything or healed? I am near. I'm just near
Healing
Wisteria.
required here, but I think you're.
Sorry,
Yeah, no.
I didn't
No,
have all the
no worries.
context. I'm firing off another shot then, I guess, or does anyone need to be aided or?
No, take the shot.
Shoot that shot.
No ammo. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna add a few arrows here. That's foolish.
Foundry's been keeping track of that this whole time.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. Now I have to drag it over from the. 'Cause once you get to 0, sorry. Holy cow.
The idea of Belric just reaching back to try and grab an arrow and not finding anything is horrific to me.
Actually, all right. So I'm just gonna use an antler arrow because that's what I have.
I'll say, don't forget to buy arrows too when you're at times.
Oh, we're keeping
Yeah.
track of ammunition?
Can't
Yeah.
imagine.
Oh
what
yeah,
that
we
is.
are. Shoot. Oh,
Oh.
actually, you can't shoot if you have arrows.
That will just miss.
What?
Slightly just miss.
Shit. Okay, well, that's my turn.
Alright.
Apparently, I have no more arrows.
All right.
You are poisoned. You
As he feels the poison coursing through his veins, he looks towards others and he says, Nara's blessing will guide you to the end of this fight. If I go down, seek out my sister Leela. And then he shoots a cluster of needle darts towards this wyvern up above. It's still within 60 feet, right? Of us?
Yeah, you guys didn't move at all. So you well, actually, you moved 30 feet. So let me move it back. 30 feet because the vehicle's uncontrolled.
All right, now we got to do some Pythagorean theorem. It's 30 feet up. It is 30 feet back. What's the hypotenuse?
It's
Who
a
remembers the
range,
equation?
but you do have to take that reckless penalty.
Geometry
Sorry.
made me cry.
Oh, for myself, yeah. Oh, okay. Interesting. If I know that, can I just like switch up what I'm about to do then?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, you see it's like parts bumping. It's out of control.
Yeah. All right. Okay, then this makes it even more heroic final stand as Jesus, Nars, light, find my foe. And from his chest, from his armor, light bursts forth towards this creature. As I cast Inner Radiance Torrent. Can I get the creature to make a... I'm doing the 2-action version. So can I get the reflex save?
Nice. All right. It'll crit.
Okay, so 22 force damage.
This creature is on its last legs. Is there anything else?
Oh shit! On a critical failure, they're also blinded for 1 round.
Nice.
Yes. Okay, that is awesome. Now, I don't remember all of last session, but I think I have used battle medicine on myself, my own.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, so his last action is he just like looks around at others, is going to be reaching into his pocket and taking out his healing potion. Just like holding it. And that will be my turn.
All right, this wyvern.
Oh,
looks
So now do I get to make the poison?
Oh yeah, shit, I forgot about that. Yeah, give me a fortitude save.
Okay, and for
My
this
enemy.
I'll use the guidance that was given.
All right.
I'm worried what stage 2 might incur.
I'm worried what stage 1 will it go. Let's see. Earplugs. No. Cool.
Hey, you succeed.
Hey,
Yes,
it's fine.
Oh my god, the status of the guidance. The guidance.
Guidance.
Yeah. Plus ones matter here because that would have been you put G down there. Yeah, you feel kind of Rashadiel's light kind of burning through you, purging that poison, keeping you on your feet. Yeah, and you see this wyvern is blinded, looks rough, bleeding. Mockery. You put it down.
Can Mockery...
He's a
Mockery's
Oh,
face
Mockery's
down
down.
in the sound Yamcha
Sorry.
pose right now.
You being-
Yamcha
He's
pose.
actually cratered right there.
Oh, and I hate to be this guy, but did we also leave him behind
You did.
when we moved?
Oh no. Okay, so
Oh no. Sorry, quick Foundry thing. Because I am also in control of Mockery, it has blacked out everything else besides Mockery for me because I am still technically a controller of Mockery.
Oh,
Okay,
if
cool.
you hit escape, you should be good. But I'll switch that for you too.
Okay. Okay,
so
it is.
Marcus gotta make a
It's
death
gone now.
save, right?
Yeah, you gotta give me a recovery save.
Is he on wounded 1 or wounded 0?
Well, he's wounded 0 because you guys healed him up, but you're a dying 1.
I see. So let me give that death save.
He's fine. Everything's
Hey.
fine.
So
Stabilized?
you are stabilized,
Oh,
but you are still unconscious. All right,
Does
Wisteria.
Valkyrie see anything while he's unconscious, or is he completely out like light?
You are knocked out, probably with dreams of birds mixed with wyverns in your heads.
Mockery is in stone now. Mockery is now afraid of wyverns. Basically anything that's like big and can fly now.
With wings. All right, Wisteria, you are up.
Okay. Does blinded give me the wyvern off guard against an attack or anything like that?
Doesn't look like it.
Probably.
But because it can't see you, I feel like you should be able to hide? Question mark? I don't.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I can not spend an action, but I will if I need to. Oh, and then Mockery's aura got turned off, which is how it ended the frightened. 51 unconscious. Okay. Because I can battle medicine Jeet, but I would need to move over to him. So then do I try to hide from the wyvern or not?
Taking it out is the better call for sure.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so I'll try to hide because my stealth is better than my recall knowledge. And I already identified wyvern. There is stealth, so I'll throw that down. I'm gonna. Or should I save the hero point? Is the wyvern's bloodied at least, right?
It's bloody and pretty rough.
Yeah, I'm gonna save my hero point for the attack. So then I'll just go ahead and fire off a shot, assuming it's not off guard.
It is not off guard.
Oh, and I have to drop my Juba bow and quick draw my normal crossbow to make this work.
All right.
So there it is. Drop. And then strike. I will hero point that.
You're pointed up. That
There we
hits.
go. But no sneak attack and no dread marshal.
Okay. Yeah, this thing is on death's door.
Um.
Got one more attack.
Yeah, I was hoping to move. I'm gonna do the no, because it's a normal crossbow. So I need a
Oh, shit!
Reload.
Yeah.
out of ammo. Wait, what's the? Oh, it's pretty. It's yeah. I'm like I can quick draw a dagger and throw it, but that's only a 10-foot range, and that would be a really big penalty. I don't think I have any other options here, so I'm gonna stride up here, so at least I have
Oh, nice.
better position next turn.
Oh, that might just save me, hopefully.
Oh yeah, if it comes after me, so you. But that's my turn.
That does save you, G, because it does get to go up this turn. It is bleeding, but it is dead set on completing its mission. It is going to use its punishing momentum, powerful dive once again. Get up close and personal with Wisteria. Wisteria, you see it dive towards you, lashing out with its claws.
I'm a nimble dodge reaction.
All right.
Oh,
Nice. It'll crit fail that one. So you see kind of Asteria just nimbly dodge out of the way, though it is going to slash with its last attack with its stinger. Shit. All right.
Can I get the flat check for blinded?
Oh yeah, the blood. All right. I think that will fail.
Yeah, I think that fails.
I forgot what the flat check was for blood.
I believe it's 5 for dazzled and 10 for blinded.
Right.
Double check. Oh, they put it in hidden because like it can't see anything unless it has a different sense. So the flat check is DC 11.
Sweet. Yeah, so it'll miss that one. So you see it kind of try to slash with its stinger, but it will miss. Will, you're up. Could you put down the wyvern?
Here's the thing, I probably can't. Well, okay. I desperately wanted to use a 3-action heal, but now the person that I want to heal the most is too far away, and now the wyvern's back in range again, so it would get healed. It's bad time. Here's the thing, I also remember that I also have this spell.
Yes.
So, this creature looking at me is going to like see me just like glaring at it, and then a sort of glowing golden eye opens up in front of my face, and then another glowing golden eye opens up in front of my face, and another until I have a whole array of just eyes in front of me, and a beam of light shoots out of all of them in its direction, and it needs to mold another one of them dang saves.
Reflex, right?
Yes.
It should fail because are you doing the 2-action or 3-action?
2-action. If it was 3-action, I'd have to take an extra turn to do it.
All right. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Quick question. Is it above us though? Because that's the thing. If it is actually not above us, I would also be hitting Jeet with this. So maybe I would change my mind about it.
It dived, so it's on your level.
Okay, so in that case, I can't actually use this spell. Never mind.
You can move, yeah? Just like...
True, if I'm only doing the 2-action version.
Last action to move, or first action to move.
The 2-action version, I can just run straight at it. Here I go. All right, so I'm doing it from here, which is so much better for me.
And you can even move over one too, because that would hit Mockery.
Mockery's been
I can
left
shoot it
behind
like
with
in like
this
this
happen.
direction, can't I? I can like do it like this and.
Oh, you can diagonal, yeah.
All right. So the saving it was a 19. So let's roll it.
DC is 20, so give me some damage. Nice. Finish him.
Oh, well, you already know what I did. I just like push past my Jeets and step over the dead body disguise of the thing, and just like the two of us lock eyes, and like I said, a whole array of golden glowing eyes opens up in front of my face and blast it straight through its face. So there is now sort of like a what's the word I'm looking for? Smoldering stump where the head was.
I really like how these two wyverns went out. One got killed by Mockery staring at it, Infernal Power killing it, and the other one got killed by Will staring at it and Holy Power killing it.
Incredible. We really need to stop and go back and get Mockery.
Perfect.
Very quickly before they catch up with us, because they might still be chasing after us.
Yeah, you do see the fallen sun leaving kind of at your back, chasing you, but you are able to stop, grab Mockery, and he's stabilized. You don't need to even patch him up before getting this broken carriage moving forward. It is a pretty harrowing day as you guys kind of evade the fallen suns as they send more cavalry, more archers, more soldiers after you, pursuing you all until you guys start to see kind of the sands end and see more of like this volcanic rock, kind of like this just fire touched ground in front of you. And you see this older dragonborn monk in these red and black robes, kind of quickly waving you guys through, waving you guys towards. And you guys see you're standing right at the edge of the desert sands and the volcanic rock. Just really kind of waving you guys through and urging you like faster, faster, as these creatures are just, or these fallen sun armies just pursuing you forward. But as you guys cross into it, kind of moving from the sands to the volcanic rock, you see the like first a small flicker of flame kind of like light the barrier, and then you see it roar up in an inferno, blocking pretty much blocking both your sight and the sights of those coming after you. Just seeing like this intense flame burning across the fallen suns, and allowing you guys to reach the burning sands or the burning monastery. It's safety from your pursuers. You guys reached it, and you guys did a little better than I thought you would with this one too. Didn't get too. Bakri got beat up and G got beat up, but the whole crew didn't get too beat up on that side as you guys made your way through and made your way to safety. And survived kind of your run up with the mercenary company employed by General Thrax, bringing yourselves to safety and buying the Arbiter squad enough time to escape without being heavily pursued. Sweet. So that's where we'll end today. You guys are going to be level 5 when we pick up. Level 5 is going to be level 5 is going to be like almost an interlude level on this side. So we're going to be doing little spoilers. I think I mentioned this on stream before, but if not, the crew is going to be getting a bonus archetype that's going to connect them to another faction within the wider world of Kazia. I think I've talked to everybody, so I know which the factions are that you'll be connected to. Jeets, you're the easiest on that side. But we'll be going through that. There's going to be a good bit of downtime too between these, as you guys kind of get a chance to meet with the Burning Monastery monks, as well as get a chance to kind of spend some of your own time as well. So I'll give you guys this and cards on the table here. It's going to be a month of downtime overall, but it's going to be split between each of you guys, because each of you guys are going to have half a session adventure for your kind of your archetype quest on this side with the crew. So it's gonna be 2.5 adventures, with the other half will be something special going on for the other person there. But each of you guys are gonna share a session with somebody else. I've got some of the adventures planned out. I will say, because G, you're gonna be up first because yours is right at the Burning Monastery.
Right there.
And you're gonna share that with Mockery, actually, too. So we're gonna see how Mockery plays into this as well. You guys will get that first week of downtime right up front. You guys get some chance to relax, rest up. We'll get into that next session, but make sure to level up to level 5. And we'll get into this a little bit more next session. But you also are gonna get a little bit of a bonus too, with this too outside of the archetype. Will, yours is easiest. Your staff is going to become enhanced. So any spell you cast from your staff, if it's an attack roll, will have a +1. If it's a DC, it'll have a +1 to the DC. Also, we're going to remove the requirement from your staff that it has to be focused to a certain theme. So you go through, readjust your spells there. Jeet, you have the option of taking the staff thing or what the marshals are going to get. So you can decide there. Marshals, you guys are getting a property room level 6 or below. So any property room that is not uncommon or rare, level 6 below, you can add that to your weapon and kind of choose on that side. There's some cool ones on that piece. So go through, just let me know what you pick. G, you get your choice of the property rune or the staff. You don't have to choose right now either. Just let me know before next session and we'll get through that through. Yeah. So we'll pick up next session on that side, getting a Jeet Mockery's archetype piece, as well as like the session will share a little bit too with kind of like aftermath. I hope we get into that today, but it took a little longer than I expected. But we'll get the aftermath a little bit there and get into those pieces. Yeah, see how that plays out. Yeah, thanks everybody for joining us, and we will catch you all next time. See you later.